Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Aces Wild pregame show presented by Aces Wild Video Game and Parlor. Make sure you get up to Aces Wild this week. They got the Queen of Hearts benefiting the Columbia Quarterback Club with the jackpot up to $1,800 now. So 2 weeks into it, and they got a lot of way to go in front of them. Alex Schlummer along with Jared Germain. Jared, we're out here. We're with the students tonight. We got the Whiteout coming on Military Appreciation Night, and Mr. Sandstrom's got himself a tailgate going on out here, so pretty neat little stuff that they got going on now.
Yeah, got some bags. You know, Coach Sandstrom over here making burgers and hot dogs for all the kids. It's rivalry week, so we've got to get the kids ready to go.
That's a big thing, get the kids ready to go. We used to have pep rallies and everything, and I don't know if they do anymore, but getting the kids out here and getting them involved in the pregame show, that's got to be something fun for them and fun for the players too. When they walk around the corner, that's going to be cool for them to see.
Yeah, and the music will be bumping, and I'm sure those kids will definitely be ready once they see all their buddies out here and getting them pumped up, ready to go.
We mentioned Military Appreciation Night. We've got the Sons of the American Legion cooking for the players. We got Songs for Soldiers. We'll be interviewing Dustin Rao. They're a week away. Tonight's a big night just to honor the military personnel, and it's going to be a fun night here in Columbia. And like you said, rivalry week, that's a whole new week.
And I think you said last week there's a lot of stuff going on tonight with the Mascot Race and the rally towels going on. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on tonight.
So make sure you get that rally towel out tonight. Get it waving all year long. It's going to be something that we're going to be able to keep and hopefully bring those in and week out. And Jared, you look at a rivalry week. What's something that stuck out to you? I know Waterloo is always our biggest rivalry. I can't say I have very good memories. I don't think I ever beat them in any sport that goes. So hopefully you had some more success.
Yeah, I don't think we ever lost whenever I was in high school, but one memory that definitely strikes my mind, we were playing at Waterloo. Nick Horner was our quarterback their sophomore year, and we were losing, and Sam, during the timeout, Sam Horner said, I'm wide open down the middle. I'm going to hit a little post route, and guess what? Nick hit him on that post route, and victory.
Well, it's going to be a fun atmosphere here tonight. We got a little bit of weather that could be coming in, but you know what? It's always going to be a fun night, and you come into this rivalry week. Columbia coming off that 49-26 loss last week to Mascot, and when we talked to coaches in the Holton Meets Coaches Corner, they were pretty thrilled and pleased with how it went, and it was just a big matchup last week that we had in Quincy Hall and Allen Middleton. That was just the story of the night.
Yeah, I mean, you can take away a lot of good things and a lot of bad things from last week. I to myself, I thought it was going to be a lot more blowout than it was, but kids came out ready to play, had a lot more experience coming back from last year. So I think tonight they got that first game under their belt. All the jitters are out, and I think they'll be ready to go.
And that's going to be the big thing, getting the jitters out from your first start as a varsity player, but now you got the jitters of rivalry week in Waterloo. You know it's going to be a bunch of people here, and you know it's going to be a rocking atmosphere. So Coach Horner mentioned in that coach's corner, you know, we got to have the few mistakes. We got to have good time of possession, good possessions, and that's going to be one big thing. You know, last week we get the ball right out of the gate, throw an interception, albeit it was tipped, but you know, you throw the pick six right away, and big time games you can't make those mistakes, and you're going to have a game like that tonight.
Yeah, and it's hard to come back from pick six, and we know number 12 back there, once he makes a mistake, he's going to put his head down, and he's going to try to do anything he can to forget that mistake. So I think having 12 back there as our quarterback, I think tonight we should see some big things from him.
And defensively, I thought we did a pretty good job. You know, we give up that quick pick six, and other than that, we did a good job stopping them when we needed to, except when it got to third down, we'd get that third and short, we couldn't stop them. We get a third and long, we couldn't stop them. So that was one thing we talked with Coach Germain, how are you going to get off the field this week? And he said that's one thing he's going to challenge his guys on.
Yeah, and like we've said over the years, the bend don't break. I'm sure all these people are tired of us saying that, but I mean, it really comes down to that when you get a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 every series. It's nice to get a stop, so hopefully we'll see that from the defense tonight.
And you're going to need it on a game like tonight. Big game. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. You're going to have to get off the football field. And, on the conditions like we said tonight, it might as well be raining. It's humid as hot as it is right now.
And I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like every time we play Waterloo, it rains. Because I remember back whenever I was in like 7th or 8th grade, they had to cancel the game on Friday night and they played Saturday morning. But I feel like every time we play Waterloo in the past 5 or 6 years, it's rained almost every night.
Well, that's enough of last week. We're going to run into a break, and we'll come back with the Aces Wild pregame show after this. Welcome back to the Aces Wild pregame show presented by Aces Wild Video Gaming Parlor. And Coach Sandstrom, you got yourself a heck of a fan group out here tonight.
Absolutely. I wanted to get Blue Crew back up and going a little bit. I thought it was kind of lacking the last couple of years, and obviously we got a great turnout, and they're all fired up. Our school spirit right now is unbelievable.
And you're going to need that just like a basketball game. You need that school spirit whenever you got a big game, and they're going to need that tonight. So you mentioned Blue Crew. The kids are able to come out. They get to have these tailgates, and they get to get into the bags tournaments, and it's something that you have to have at a school.
Absolutely. School spirit and all that type of stuff is awesome, and we just got a really good group of kids out there that have really bought into the themes and our membership. We almost have to have half the school signed up for Blue Crew, which is just tremendous.
Is this something, Blue Crew, is this something that's been going on for years? Have you been in charge of it, or what's your goals for it in the future here too?
We just want the kids to be active and have good school spirit and come to events. You know, there's been some home events already this year that we've had, you know, double and triple the number of people that have come before. So we just want to increase school spirit and make sure we support all of our sports teams. And as you know, our sports teams have been very successful over the course, and it makes a lot more fun when you have a lot more people there. And so that's my whole goal.
So the big question, if me and you would team up, would we be able to take everyone out here?
In the bags?
In the bags, yes.
Oh, we'd probably be even money favorites.
All right, I like that. I can go for that. Even money's always a good thing. Well, thanks for coming out here tonight and looking at the Blue Crew tailgate we got going on. We've got burgers and brats like we said, and so any students, if you want to come out, get something to eat, they're still hot. We're going to run to one more break real quick, and we will be back with the Aces Wild pregame show after this. Pre-game show presented by Aces Wild Video Gaming Parlor. Coach Sandstrom here, he's got the dogs and the burgers going, and he's getting them ready for tonight. Friday Night Lights, Columbia versus Waterloo. Coach Sandstrom just said any students that want to come by, get a bite to eat, get some cornhole going. We got 6 boards going out right now. All sorts of games out here to play, and it's all just get the guys ready for tonight. And we come into this game here tonight against Waterloo, typically a run-heavy offense. They showed that last week. They came out victorious to Mater Dei 13-2, and a game that they didn't really do too much, but they did just enough.
Yeah, I don't know much about Mater Dei, but I don't think Waterloo's beat Mater Dei in some time. So seeing that score last week kind of shocked me and made me really get ready for tonight, because I'm assuming we're going to see a big game here.
Their running back, I believe it's Evan Davis from last year, big-time guy last year, and Waterloo we went to Waterloo last year and just got absolutely throttled. I think that was a 49-21 game, something like that. And Evan Davis had a good game, and last week he had another good game, and he put up some good numbers on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, and I believe last year on their first drive they scored, and their fans were ready to go. So tonight, if we get the ball first, we got to get fans going and get everybody going so we can get a big win tonight.
And that's what you got to do. You got to get the fans in a game like tonight, and you got to get them in. You got to keep them in there too. So last week we got the ball out of the gate. Let's hope this week we can do the same thing. And you look at the Waterloo offense here. Like we said, run heavy. They've got 4 or 5 guys that could get the ball, and they got a quarterback who could run the ball too. So talking to Coach Jermaine, how are you going to be able to key on that? And the one thing they said, assignment football.
Yeah, and something that you have to always be ready for on a run-first offense is your safeties and corners cannot fall asleep tonight. I know in the past, I know a lot of corners and safeties, when they play Waterloo, they'll want to come up and try to make some tackles because they're not getting much action back there. But all it takes is one little play action right over your head pass. So safeties and corners got to be ready.
And one thing they do, they put a lot of guys at that wingback position, and that's one guy that gets lost in there. You think he's a blocker, and all of a sudden he's 20 yards down the field, and now you got yourself a big play and a touchdown. So you're hoping that your safeties, corners stay awake, don't fall asleep, and you hope that those linemen, they have to hit their keys, and that's one big thing. If your lineman makes a tackle, it should be because he hit his key and the running back was right there. Your linebackers should be the ones making the tackles on our defense.
Oh, exactly. You have defensive linemen that just fill those gaps, then you have guys like Dom Vagley and Brendan White who can come in and fill those gaps, make those tackles for short losses, hopefully.
And that's going to be one thing. Short losses, no big plays, eliminate those big plays. And you should have yourself a good victory at the end of the night, and that's what we hope for. Columbia's coming into this game 18-16 career versus Waterloo CHS, that is, and Coach Horner coming in at 10-9, so he's hoping to stay over that 500 mark. And I don't know of any team that we play regularly that he has a losing record. Can you think of one?
Canton.
That was playoffs, right?
Yeah, it was playoffs.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's not regular. 0-1. That's not bad. That was a good game, though. So, Jared, the big question. Give me your score prediction for tonight.
Oh man, you're gonna do that to me already. Let's go. We'll go 31-28 Eagles in a close one.
All right, I can go for that. I like that score. I'm going to go a little less points, though, for the Bulldogs. I'm going to say Columbia 35. I think Coach Horner gets that offense going, and we got a bunch of athletes. Hopefully we're able to keep that going. And I think defensively, Coach G, he'll have it figured out. And I'm going to go 35. I'll give him 18. I'll throw that goofy number out there. So I think that does it for us out here at the student tailgate. As you can see, Military Appreciation Night and a whiteout going on. So we're going to have a lot of fun out here tonight, and we're going to head up to the booth here, and we'll be back with first kickoff after this. The final 7 minutes of the Aces Wild pregame show, ladies and gentlemen, and we're live up here in the booth. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain. Jared, you got a little bit of intensity and a little fun getting ready to get going.
Yeah, music's rocking right now. Everybody's lined up out on the field with the band, as long as the Blue Crew, waiting for Columbia Eagles to take the field.
Taking the field's always a big thing. It was always a neat thing whenever you come around the school that final time and you see all the people standing there. You know, you're out here for warm-ups, you notice the people. But whenever you make that right-hand turn and you look and you see the people and you can start hearing the music, it always gets exciting.
I mean, look, I got chills right now, Alex. Every time you're back for your first home game of the year, and especially against the Waterloo team, that's 15 minutes down the road. It's always pretty special.
And it's always fun to get back and get to that home field and get that home field advantage that you love and you enjoy playing in. And it's always fun playing at home and playing in front of these fans.
Yeah, and these fans are, looks like they're going to be still filing in right now, but it looks like it's going to be a packed house. You already got Waterloo fans over there all the way down the fence, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of Columbia fans along the fence on this side as well, so going to be a packed house tonight.
It's always a little deceiving whenever we got this part of the game coming right now because it's like, man, these Eagles bleachers over here, they're not very full. Well, you got all the Blue Crew, and they had a great job out there in the Blue Crew setup and tailgate that Mr. Sandstrom did. So once they come, this place really gets rocking, and hopefully we bring that intensity that Mascouta's fans and student section had last week. They had a lot of fun.
Yeah, last week Mascouta fans were rocking the whole mezzanine up there. We were up there in the press box, and we thought we were going to fall down because it was shaking. But yeah, those fans last week were pretty loud, and I mean from the jump, right off that pick six, I mean it was the loudest I've heard it in a long time at a high school football game. So I'm hoping Columbia can do the same thing tonight on our home turf.
Well, you got Hell's Bells getting ready to get started now as you see the guys walking down the entranceway led by Zach Daly. He's always fun. He's always ready to get going every season, and they're going to have a lot of fun. So you look right now, it's the last 5 minutes. What's Coach's game plan? What's Coach's last thoughts? Hey, guys, you got to get on the field. Let's go get this done.
I mean, I think on the defensive side of the ball, you just got to stop on third downs. I mean, last week we did a great job on first and second down, forcing them to third and fourth down, third and longs, fourth and longs, but we couldn't make those stops. So hopefully this week our defense is ready and can make those third and fourth down stops.
Getting off the field is going to be the key to the game tonight, and it's going to take a lot. It's going to take all 22 guys to get the job done here. You look at the last 5 minutes here before the game. You got the band out there. They're going to have a lot of fun.
And the Blue Crew running now across the whole track.
Now everyone's coming up, and it's, like I said, it's a file, and it's kind of neat to be able to see that all the kids are coming up here, and it's neat to be able to show that all the kids are here.
Yeah, and Blue Crew looks pretty good this year. I mean, the last couple of years, numbers have been down, I would say, in the Blue Crew, but looking down there now, it looks like you got at least 200 kids down there, so good to see all the kids coming out and supporting their buddies.
Well, it's Military Appreciation Night here in Columbia. We had an interview with Dustin Rao, the founder of Songs for Soldiers. He honored a veteran that for 2 years ago, I believe he said it was. Chris was the guy's name. He got blown up in Iraq, is the way he said it, point blank, and had some ankle issues and has a huge steep yard that he is unable to mow with his push mower. So Bi-County Engines, small engines, they just donated a whole X-Mark to him. So
wow, that's
kind of
awesome.
neat to see, and for Dustin to be able to show the support in the local communities and where the money goes to.
Yeah, it's pretty special, and that's next week, correct?
That is the 9th and 10th. Everclear on Friday night, the 9th, and Saturday is Country Low Cash on Saturday night, and they're going to be headed off with Alexandra Kay, the local star here now that you can see touring with Tim McGraw, so that's pretty sweet.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So make sure you get your tickets into that Songs for Soldiers event, and it's always a great cause. It's a great event. All the concerts all day long. I think it starts at 3 o'clock on Saturday and 6, I believe, on Friday. So go to songsforsoldiers.com, and we'll talk with Dustin at halftime tonight too, and he'll be able to give you some more details. We'd like to thank the Sons of the Legion, keeping with that military appreciation. The Sons of the Legion tonight cooked for the ball club. So no Chick-fil-A, no McDonald's. They got pulled chicken for dinner tonight. So pretty neat for them to be able to come out and show their support as well. And the Sons are still selling down by the band. So if anybody's down by the band, behind the band and concession stand, if anyone wants to get down there. Don't forget about the Veterans Honor Queue, which takes place Saturday, November 5th, starts at 10 a.m. with the Veterans Parade. Starts at the Cafe on the Abbey and makes its way to the American Legion, which the Honor Queue happens after that. And that's a big competition with professional grade teams of barbecue. And that's something I've been torn them a little bit now, and the barbecue you get there, that's
Pretty good?
That's better than what you're making.
Pretty good?
Yeah, better than what you're making in your backyard. So I'd like to thank the Sons of the Legion for that as well. So we are going to head into the National Anthem presented by the Columbia Band, and we will be back after this.
The colors are presented by Columbia's High School's very own Air Force Junior ROTC. The color guard is commanded by Cadet Second Lieutenant Xander Noel. Other members of the color guard include Cadet Airman Natalie Bau, Cadet Sergeant Carson Topflesh, Cadet Airman Olivia Kerr, Cadet Airman Jacob Kuhn, Cadet Airman Cheyenne May, and Cadet Sergeant Austin McClintock. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Anthem.
Great job once again by Mr. Avis Rouse there and getting the band going, and always a good rendition of the National Anthem, and something that we take for granted, I believe, whenever we go other places. We do pretty well every week in, week out.
What's the best national anthem that you think you've heard from a band in your time?
I don't know.
I remember we played at Morton my junior year, and that was the best band I have ever. I think they had 300 kids in the band.
Oh, wow.
And oh my gosh, it sounded like I was in an orchestra. It was awesome.
We'll make sure, fans, you get those rally towels out tonight as well. They were given to us from Freshly Pressed Creations, so we'd like to thank them on getting these rally towels for both the Columbia and the Waterloo fans, something that we hope we're able to do year in and year out. I believe when I watched the coin toss, I believe the Eagles deferred. I'm going to have to, we'll figure out if I'm right or not. It was one of those looking around, and I think that's what the official motion is.
Yeah, it looks like the ref's waiting right at the 40 for one of the Columbia guys to come get the ball and set the tee up.
Eagles captains tonight, number 12, Dominic Vagley, 23, Brennan Wyke, number 3, Zach Wetzel, and number 15, Hayden Habermill. So look at that. I did see correctly. Eagles did choose to kick, so which means they're going to be able to get the second half started with the ball. So we're going to see what this defense can do. Last week, pretty good week. Did what they could, and we'll see. Last week was a double-headed monster. Pretty even offense with running and throwing. This week, it's going to be on the ground. We are underway in the Route 3 rivalry here in Columbia as Dom Vagley sends it deep. Going to be caught at the 3-yard line. Good coverage by the Eagles, getting down to the field and gets down to the 25. And that's where the Bulldogs offense is going to start their night. And they're going to be led by quarterback number 8, Aiden Morrow, and that 3 different running backs who could all get the ball at any time.
And we're going to have to watch out for that number 23, Evan Davis, tonight. Last week he had 12 carries for 56 yards on almost 5 yards a carry. So Coach Germain definitely honing in on number 23 tonight.
Going to be interesting with the run heavy. Are the Eagles going to be in a 3-man front, 4-man front? Could they switch it up? Looks like we're going to start with 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Like we talked about, going to be a tight end. Everyone's stacked in the box for the Bulldogs. Motion man's number 11. They're going to toss it to him on the left side. Great job by the Eagles getting there, but it's going to be a pass over the top, and it's going to be caught by none other than number 23, Evan Davis. And what we talked about, got to keep your head on a swivel, and Waterloo coming out top.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame show. They're going to come out trying to run the ball all over us. And first play, they do a fake little toss there, and 23 snuck out, and great pickup there for Waterloo to start off the game.
Number 11 there, the running back Kobe Osterhage was the one that made the throw. Waterloo comes up to the line of scrimmage, almost we're going to call it like a dead call, and now they're going to audible over to the formation that they want. Everyone's down at the line of scrimmage, all tight. Motion man again, they're going to fake up the middle to the dive. They're going to come to the right side, and it's going to be a missed tackle, and going to be caught finally 8 yards down the field. And once again, number 23, Evan Davis with the carry.
It looks like those corners are Zach Wetzel, and I think that's Bilterman again. I think they're putting Wetzel on the side that there's less people on, so I think they're shifting now on the offense just to see what our defense, what looks we can get here.
You never know the quarterback here, only 2 yards deep, so it is a shotgun snap. Number 11, Osterhage in motion. They're going to give the ball to him. He's going to run to the left side. Good job, pursuit by the Eagles, and it's going to be led by number 55 for Columbia. That's a good tackle at the line of scrimmage.
That was Brandon Jackson, middle linebacker there. Looked like it was just a simple handoff there, and Brandon Jackson did his job, got to the gap he needed to be, and made the tackle for a third down here.
Once again, Waterloo switching around their look at the start. Columbia does a great job, though, going with the audible and figuring out where they want to go. Looks like we're going to have four-man front this time with Jackson moving up from the linebacker position. You're going to go under center. It's going to be a dive to the right side.
There you go.
It's going to be stuffed
push
right
back,
away.
Push back.
And it's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think they're going to have enough.
Stacked up at the line to scrimmage is ball carrier number 23.
Looked like a flock of Eagles on that tackle there. And it looks like they are going to be a little short. They might keep their offense on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it here on fourth down and half an inch probably. Get the index card out.
Wonder if they ever start and finish in that formation they just showed. One tight end set rather, fullback and a running back.
Sneak? Nope.
Quarterback's going to hand it off to that fullback and Evan Davis, and he's just going to get – I'm sorry, that's not Davis.
That was
number 33. And he's going to get that extra yard that he needs, number 33, Max Mitchell, 5'10", 190. You look at that offensive line there for the Bulldogs, they got a lot of size, 245, 260, 250.
Yep.
Big dogs up front. Going to be a pass play to the right side, a simple rollout. Number 8's going to throw it, and it's going to be tipped and intercepted by Zach Wetzel. Have yourself a week again, Zach Wetzel.
Right spot, right time. It seems like last week we said that about 5 or 6 times with him. There on that play, it was just a simple tipped pass, and Zach Wetzel was in the right spot. Eagles offense comes out on the field and see if we can get something going early.
Bend, don't break mentality once again out of Coach Germain. He's given up a couple yards and able to make the stop. So now we'll see what this Eagles offense is able to do. Going to go tight end right, sniffer back right. Going to be a handoff with Vagley. He's going to keep it to himself to the right side. He's going to make a couple men miss. Keeps his feet moving. He's got himself a first down. He's going to get another man to miss. Takes out the official, and that's all right. That's good for 20 yards and a first down, Eagles.
Works his way to another Eagle first down.
What do you think Waterloo's game plan was this week? Stop number 12?
I think I'm going to have number 12, and that's the one guy that's not going to beat me in one run. Got himself a 20-yard gain. Eagles are going to set up in the same formation. That up back is going to be Brennan Wyke.
They used Wyke there as a lead blocker on that play, and I love it.
Going to be a rolled snap back to him, but it's going to be picked up and dropped by number 11, Nick Janik, on the play. And I think he just wanted to start running too quick.
Yeah, I think he took his eyes off the football and put his eyes upfield before he even caught the ball, seeing where he could go after he caught it. But got to bring that ball in first before you can get in the yards.
Bringing guys in now. Number 15 coming in for the Eagles is Habermill. Wetzel's going to shift from the right side to the left side. Now coming in is number 5, Maddox Steffen. Doubles look for the Eagles here. Running back is going to be Carter Hicks. He's just going to be a lead block and does a great job. And it's going to be vaguely to the left side. But the problem is number 5, Maddox Steffen, I believe, is going to be called for a hold right there.
I don't think last week we saw Carter Hicks in the backfield at all, and I kind of like that. You putting a big body back there and leading the way for number 12 to find a hole, but holding out here, and it looks like we're going to lose some yardage.
That was a good little play. I do like Hicks coming out there and being that lead blocker. He's got that big frame of 6'5", 220, and showed right there that he can be physical and push a couple guys around.
His arms are probably longer than my whole body.
That's not saying much.
Thanks, Alex.
So that's a big penalty there for the Eagles. It's going to be a loss of 10 from the spot of the foul. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 20, we're going to call it. Same formation, just to the right side. Now it's going to be, once again, Hicks being the lead man. Vaguely's going to make a couple guys miss. It's a great stalk block by Habermill there, and it's going to be good to get us back into a 3rd down and 6. Huge play.
And I like the play calls here by Coach Horner early. Going to your guy, number 12. Got to get him the ball early and just see if he can make plays. Because then later on, you can throw the ball around a little bit, have defense on their heels.
Going to be a hard count, and it's going to be offsides on the Bulldogs. Number 25 right there is going to be Bryce Reese, the man who just made the tackle, is going to be called for the offside penalty.
Encroachment by the Bulldogs.
So now you got from a 3rd and 6 to a 3rd and 1 at the Bulldogs' 43-yard line.
And we had a 2nd and about, 18 there.
Yeah. Doubles set here for the Eagles. 4 down linemen. Another slow snap to the back, but it's all right. It's picked up by Vaguely. Lowers the shoulder and gets that 1st down for the Eagles.
It's probably about the 3rd snap that's been rolled to him tonight, so we'll see who is that up there at center playing.
That's Jackson going both
Brandon
ways.
Jackson, yeah.
You got number 73, Kenningstein. Antonis, number 72. Jackson's your center, number 55. Schnabel's on that right side. And I believe that's 75, Joe Kish out there as well. Doubles to the right side, Sniffer back right. We're going to throw it to the left side into the boundaries, and it's going to be a loss on the play. Not really sure what was happening there, but based on where it looks like Nick Janik is, I think he had the wrong play in mind.
Yeah, and we saw that play a couple times last week where they run that running back out to this side on a little motion, and he didn't throw it last week, and that would just have guys flying out to this left side of the field, and then Dom would just keep it and go all the way to the right side. So I think Coach Horner's just going to run a couple plays here to see how Waterloo is going to battle up against it, and then we can take a shot later on.
Doubles the right side, Sniffer back left, running back left. They fake it to the left. Vaguely's going to go to the right. He's going to have to make a couple guys miss, and he's going to get 2 yards and bring up a 3rd and 11. And you look at Coach Horner right there, constantly talking, constantly thinking. And like you said, he's just trying to get the line of scrimmage and establish the line of scrimmage.
And when you have a guy like Dom Bagley who can set the edge and get to the outside and put pressure on your defense, it makes it a lot easier to play call and to send those plays into Dom Vaguely because, I mean, he can make something out of nothing, and it's pretty nice to see him do his thing. But we got a 3rd and 11 here. Hopefully we can pick up some yards and pick up 1st down.
3rd and 11, trips to the left side. You look over here, there's only 2 defenders on this left side. So we'll see what Coach Horner decides to do. It's going to be a roll to the left and a off-balance throw. It's going to be caught by Wetzel, and he's going to be hit right away. And it's going to be a gain of 6. And if you look at where you are right now, Jared, what's going on in your mind?
Well, it's 4th and 6. You've been running the ball with Dom pretty much this whole drive. I'd go back to him here, 4th and 6. I'd bring trips to the boundary over here, and I would run Dom Vaguely to the far side of the field. But we'll see what Coach Horner's got drawn up.
6 down linemen now for Waterloo. There's 6 guys up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to be bringing the house, and finally they're going to send one out in coverage. doubles for the Eagles here. Motion man is Hicks. They're going to run to the right side with Vegley. Great block by Hicks. He's got to try to get upfield. He's going to be able to get upfield. He's got a first down and more. He's going for the pylon, and he's going to be tripped out of bounds now at the 17. And a great run there by Vegley, and a great call by Coach Horner and you, Jared.
Hey, thank you.
Great block there by Carter Hicks, and that's somebody's name we didn't say too much last week, and we've already said it a couple times here tonight.
Yeah, 2 big blocks that he's had on this first drive here, and it's nice to get a big body like him out in front of Don Vegley. Not a lot of guys want to come up and try to take him out, so great play call. Calls so far.
Cameron Janik, the sophomore, comes in now. He's going to be a tight end to that right side. Hudson Bryan also came into the game. He's going to be a running back. We're going to hand the ball off to him up the middle. He's going to lower the shoulder and get 4 yards. And now we're at the 14-yard line, and Coach Horner here, he's got everything rolling the way he wants to.
Yeah, and he's not really doing much tempo right now, but he's getting his guys on the line of scrimmage, and we're picking up 3-4 yards of play, which is nice. We'll see if on this second down play, if we can maybe take a shot to the end zone. I know that Don Vegley's got an arm, and he could put it pretty much anywhere you need it. I'd run a corner route all the way to this wide side of the field.
Over here to this wide side, you're going to have Zach Wetzel and Brendan Wyke, number 3 and number 23. Wyke is going to be your slot receiver. Hicks, your sniffer back. Running back is going to be Bryant. It's going to be a play action, going to be caught by Wyke. He's going to have to make a man miss, but he doesn't. That's all right. That's going to be good for another first down and first and goal for the Eagles.
I think that was Wetzel on that nice block there, because you have Brennan Wyke in the slot, and then you have Zach Wetzel out here all the way on the outside. So if that cornerback lines up inside of you, you know that pass is getting right behind you. So you got to come up and make that block on that corner. Great job there by Wetzel and pick up the first down.
Bilteman comes into the game now, number 14, the wide receiver. Going to be an empty look for the Eagles. Sniffer back, up back is going to be Hicks to the right side. Ball on the left hash. You're going to be running with Hicks being the lead blocker, and Vegley's keeping himself. He's keeping his feet moving.
Lineman's pushing
He's
him.
getting pushed with the lineman, and they're going to blow it dead. Great effort by all of the Eagles right there.
Powell was moving.
Leading the way with the offensive lineman getting the blocks down there. Tom Kenningstein, Anthony Antonis. Kenningstein 285, Antonis 240. They're getting some bodies moving down there.
So we got 2nd and 2 here from the 2. So we're on the, what is that, the left hash a little bit?
We call it the left hash. 3:15 to go in the first quarter on a great opening drive
Same play
for the Eagles. They're going to fake the pass, and
Get
it's
in
going to
there.
be kept by Vegley, who's going to try to stretch. Is he going to get in? And he is. Eagles touchdown.
Number 12, Dominic Vegley on the 2-yard run for Columbia.
Great job by Vegley there, keeping his feet moving, and he was able to stretch it over the goal line, get in for the Eagles, and a great opening drive.
Yeah, on 1st and 2nd down there, you had those linemen pushing from the back on Don Vegley to try to get him in the end zone, and luckily he was able to stretch across there for an Eagles touchdown.
On for the PAT here. It's going to be Wetzel being your holder and Vegley doing the kicking. It's going to be a muffed getting it down, and gets absolutely crushed. And Vegley's going to almost fall on it. Ball's still rattling around. And again, another low snap, but luckily nothing done there.
You look
and
at Coach.
That's going to be a missed PAT there. Coach Kendall, he takes a lot of pride in working on those PATs and everything. And like he said a couple weeks ago on the Holton Meets Coaches Corner, you could have a great snap, great hold, great kick, but it takes all 3 of them to get it done.
Yeah, and that was just one little bad hiccup there. I think it was just the snap was low, like we said, and we've seen that 2 or 3 times tonight on the offensive side. So let's see if we can get that cleaned up, and because every point matters, and Coach Kendall will tell you that. I saw him right after that play there, and he walked straight to the sideline, shaking his head. He knows it's not good. But Eagles score 6-0.
Well, that'll send the Route 3 rivalry scoreboard and the Mandy McGuire scoreboard. Eagles 6, Waterloo nothing, with 3:05 remaining in the first quarter, and we're going to stick with it as they were able to get the ball switched around. And the one thing we're going to have to wait on, and I'll wait on this guy, number 12. I don't think he comes off the field.
I think he's only not on punt return.
Punt return,
That's the only thing I think.
As soon as I said it, that's what I was thinking. So we'll wait for him.
Maybe kick return too. He might be on kick return though. Who knows? I don't think we've made a team punt yet. Last week, I don't think. Oh yeah, late in the game, I think they did, but not in the first half.
So back to do the kicking for the Eagles is going to be the senior, Dominic Vagley. After he gets in on that 2-yard quarterback scamper into the end zone. Going to be a low line drive. It's going to bounce at about the 11, going to be picked up. Waterloo's going to take it down the middle of the field, showing a good patience there. He's going to try to bend it to the left side as Davis makes one man miss and finally going to be drugged down.
How about the late hit there?
Block in the back from up here, but not going to be called. So the Waterloo Bulldogs offense is going to take over at the 33-yard line.
Looked like a real late hit. Looked like Maddox Steffen there took a lick after the whistle went off, but no call. First down Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs were able to move the ball a little bit there in that first drive. Last week they had 260 yards of offense and just petered out in the end with that tipped interception by Wetzel. So hopefully the Eagles defense is able to put the brakes on a little sooner this time. Everyone in the box for Waterloo once again. 4 down linemen for the Eagles. They're going to fake the jet sweep. No, they're going to give it to Davis, and he's going to trip himself up, and it'll be gain of nothing. There's 3 or 4 Eagles there, and they've done a great job tonight forcing the ball back in.
And that's all Coach Tremaine talks about, setting the edge and forcing everything back in, especially those inside linebackers and outside linebackers. Mostly the outside linebackers, because you got to force everything back inside where all your help is, and you got D linemen and safeties and corners flowing to the football.
2nd and 10, 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. Like to keep everybody here for that in between the first and second quarter. We'll have a mascot race. Quarterback under center. They're going to hand the ball off to the left side, and it's going to be a great job by the Eagles. Able to catch the guy in the backfield. And that running back, he just kept his head down, and he's going to run hard. Looked like Schnabel in on the tackle, I believe.
And I think last week in the first half we weren't too great against the run. So it's nice to see them getting maybe 2 yards of carry. Coach Tremaine definitely put something in this week that has his D linemen ready and to fill those gaps.
I don't even know what to call that
shift.
Yeah,
it's like a shift.
One tight end for the Bulldogs. They got motion man to the right side. They're going to fake it, and they're going to have an option, and it's going to be option back. And great job, Dominic Vagley.
He read that like a book, didn't he?
Great job running the voids, and he's your defensive back or your linebacker there that's just having to flow with the football, and he wasn't going to be fooled on that.
And that's usually he did his job there. I think I didn't see who it was that went to the quarterback, but the pitch man got a little tangled up there and had to pitch it away to his running back, and number 12 was there to say no, no, no.
Hey, remember when we said he comes off for punt return?
He's our punt returner.
That's a lie. He's our punt returner.
So it's kick return the only thing he's not on.
Fourth and 16 now for the Bulldogs, who are going to let the play clock run all the way down before the rugby-style punt, and it's going to be shanked off the left side of the foot.
Nope.
And Waterloo's going to get the good bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 46-yard line, where the Eagles offense will take over. One thing that's driven me nuts year in and year out.
Walking onto the field?
Walking off the field. Yeah, good job, guys. You just forced them -6 yards, and the offense just walks right by the defense.
Yeah.
So the Eagles offense will start. 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter from their own 45-yard line. Did a great job throwing and running the ball on that first drive. Trips to the left side, running back left. Going to be a quick, just a now route to Brendan Wyke. He's going to catch it on the left side. He's going to get to the sideline, and he's going to gain 9. And a good little run right there by Wyke. He did a great job, even though he was fighting for those extra yards. He wasn't able to keep his feet in bounds, but he still lowered the boom there at the end.
And last week, I think he had 3 or 4 catches just like that play, where they have him just basically backpedaling and vaguely faking the run and just slinging it over to his left there. And he does a pretty good job of getting upfield. He doesn't try to go outside and do all this snazzy stuff. He's going to put his head down. He's going to hit you.
Well, he knows he's not going to run away from you, so he's going to have to go through you. Eagles with 2nd and 1. It's going to be a simple play-action pass. This time caught by Wetzel. He's got a first down. He's going to take a couple guys on. He's going to get to the 40 before he gets thrown out of bounds, and that's going to be good for 6 yards and another Eagle first down. If I need a catch, I know which number I'm going to.
Yeah, I think so too. Every time he catches the ball there, Zach Wetzel, he's got at least 3 to 5 yards of separation. So it's nice to see a little guy like that get open so easily and get yardage out of it and pick up a first down.
So that's going to get us to the end of the first quarter, where you look at that Mandy McGuire scoreboard. Eagles lead this one 6-0. And that's on a pretty good quarter there for the Eagles, offensively and defensively both.
Very impressed with the defense there. Two different drives there where, I think our horn's having a little. But those first 2 drives there last week, I think we were down 19-0 early, and it's nice to be up 6-0. So our defense is playing a lot better tonight.
Mascot Race. The last 2 weeks, Columbia Bulldogs Club and Waterloo High School have been selling rally towels for Mascot Race. Proceeds from the towels will be going to Saul.
Looks like we're about to do the mascot race now. Eagle versus Bulldog. They're starting on this goal line all the way to our left, what we like to call the wilderness. And it looks like they're going to be running 100 yards downfield. Oh, Alex, could you do that right now?
No, there's no chance I'm doing that.
You wouldn't race me? You wouldn't want to race me?
No, not at all.
So I guess we'll stick with you here.
And they're off. Eagles got a good 10-yard start. They're going to get to the 40. They're still in the lead, but that Bulldog's right behind them.
Tackle him.
It at the 30. It's slowing down a little bit. Looks like the
Eagle, yeah!
By a feather.
By a feather, I love it.
Great job there by both schools. I like the fans.
I like that. That was awesome.
It. Great job there by the Eagle getting down the field. That's a quick 100-yard dash, too.
Yeah, I wonder who that was down there.
Great camera work there by our CHS students as well, bringing you that action. Doubles to the right side. It's going to be Vaguely. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to make a comeback. And he's going to keep his feet moving, still juking himself around. And it's going to be a gain of 3 on this first play of the second quarter.
Looks like 57, Schnabel's slow to get up there and kind of holding his arm, looking towards the sideline, asking if he can get replaced real quick. I don't know what happened, but keep an eye on that right tackle, see if Waterloo noticed anything and bring some heat on that side, because he was kind of limping when he got up there.
Trips to the right side, sniffer back right. Empty backfield on 2nd and 7. Going to be a pass. Vaguely's going to have to be throwing out of bounds. And he just had pressure right away in his face, and that's the only thing he could do.
Smart play there by Vaguely, for sure.
Coach Jermaine talked in the Holton Meets Coach's Corner, which you can listen to on Spotify on Thursday nights. He said Waterloo's going to bring guys pretty much every play. You just got to figure out where they're from.
And Vaguely's good enough to, if we're in a passing situation, he reads that pretty quick. He knows when guys are coming and when guys are going to be right in his face. So it's nice to have a quarterback like that who can escape pressure and put one downfield and give his wide receivers a chance, or he can get it with his feet.
So that brings up a 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles from the Bulldogs. 37. Going to be another pass play. He's looking right. It looks like a draw, actually. Now he's going to have to make something out of nothing. Vaguely's going to try to run to the outside, and he's going to get out of bounds, and it may not even be a loss of anything. Great job getting to the line of scrimmage.
Little slow drive there for Columbia. We'll see what Coach Horner wants to do here. About a 4th and 8. See, looks like Vaguely's going to walk back about 13, 12 yards, and looks like we're going to try to pin him deep because we like how our defense is playing so far in this first half.
We look down there, and they had that view of Coach Horner, and you can see at the bottom of the screen there at about the 41. You got Sam Horner on the sideline this week, and he's coaching with Coach. Punt's going to get off to the right side. It's going to bounce at the
Get
11.
there.
There's
Wetzel.
Eagles
Oh,
there, and they're
bad
just a yard short. So with the touchback, the Eagles defense will come back out onto the field. We're going to run to a break here with 11:01 remaining in this first quarter, or second quarter rather, and we will be back after this. Welcome back. The Bulldogs offense out onto the field in their primary formation, we'll call it, and then they're going to shift into what they're going to run their play. Eagles with 3 down linemen, 5 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs. Looks like man-to-man just with your defensive backs. Going to be a fake up the middle, going to be a reverse to the right side, and brought down Evan Davis on the carry once again. We talk a lot about him last week against Mater Dei. 12 rushes for 56 yards.
Looks like a Columbia Eagle slow to get up here. Can't quite tell the number yet.
Trainer already working.
Looks like it might be Bilton in our other side corner there.
Trainer already on the sideline working with one guy, and now she's running out and having to get to another. So once again, congratulations to the Eagle for winning the race tonight. The Columbia Quarterback Club is honored to donate $1,000 to Songs for Soldiers. Waterloo will also be making a donation to Songs for Soldiers with their fundraising that they did this week. So make sure people bring those freshly pressed Creations rally towels. Bring those week in and week out, night in and night out, and keep those waving. I looked over at the student section. There's a lot of the guys that have them out there, and they were having fun with it during that race.
It's all for a good cause, so that's pretty awesome.
We will have Dustin Rowd, the founder of Songs for Soldiers, up here during the Century 21 halftime show. So if you'd like to learn some information, learn about the cause, make sure you stick with us. And as I'm saying that, once again, thank you for the Suns for having the food tonight for the players. I don't know, whenever I was here, the parents always cooked, and it was always a good meal. I don't know, what did you have before games?
Well, yeah, we had team meals up there. What was your favorite team meal, I guess we should say?
I guess Miss Likens always had
Her
this.
bread?
Her bread.
Her bread? Oh
man.
yeah, I remember that from a long time
The fact
ago.
that I only have to say Miss Likens.
Yeah,
and you know
I
I'm
knew it
talking
was the bread. Come on, man.
I think my dad, he cooked one time. It was like 10 pans of lasagna. So that was cool because I had all the leftovers too. So
Heck yeah.
cool that they actually got a home-cooked meal tonight, and pretty neat and nice of the Sons of the Legion to do for them. So Biltman's able to walk off on his own power as he gets to the sideline.
Who'd that bring in over there on that backside corner now? Looks like
13.
Peyton Andrews.
Andrews is the junior, 6 foot, 160. Shotgun snap here for the Bulldogs. Send a motion man. That's Osterhage. They're
Get
on the
outside,
right
Carter.
side. They're going to force him back to the inside. Great job. And it's going to be close to a first down. Hicks was about half a step from keeping that completely to the inside and was able to slow him down just enough, though, to get Janik in on the tackle.
Well, Hicks came off that ball. I don't think he knew where the ball was. As they go quick here, pitch it to Davis to the right side. He's going to pick up a good 5 or 6 before getting brought down by 2 Eagles. It looks like Peyton Andrews was in there. It looked like number 10. Is that McLean?
Evan Davis, the ball carrier, brought down number 13, Peyton Andrews.
I think it is. Can't really tell. Waterloo up to the line of scrimmage once again, 2nd and 4. That might be Mason Vaguely number, is he 18? Yeah, 18. That might be Mason out there. We'll get you a for sure answer after this play. That's going to be a handoff to Davis to the right side. He's going to have enough for a first down. Big kid can run really well.
Yeah.
And he's going to get brought down at the 49, maybe the 50. Once he gets his pad level going.
He runs with a purpose
He's
for
moving.
sure. Yeah, he runs with a purpose. He puts his head down, and he doesn't really do that dancing stuff. He gets upfield, gets vertical, and gets as much as he can every play, and he's really impressed me tonight.
That is brother of Dom Vegley. Mason is your other safety, number 18, as he shifts. He's following, it looks like, the weak side of the field. Dom on the strong side. So 1st and 10, ball at the 50-yard line, 9:10 remaining in the first half. Motion man's Osterhage. He's going to keep it. He's going to run this way. They set the edge. Great job, but he's going to keep his feet moving, get 5 yards. And looked like a couple of Eagles there had a chance of making the tackle.
Yeah, it looked like 40 there. Cameron Janik did his job, forced everything back in, and that tackle kind of just cut him a little short before he could make that play, but did a great job of forcing it back inside. Had a couple guys flowing to the football, only gain of 5.
This is just a little extra here for this setup and move, but they got their purpose, I'm sure. Split receiver out closest to us into the boundary. Motion man this time is Davis. They're going to fake to him, hand the ball off up the middle. I believe that's Mitchell on the carry right up the middle. Number 33, yes, Max Mitchell. He's going to be your second option. We'll give him the third option last week as he had 6 carries, only for 12 yards. So he's going to be your motion man that's really quick. Now the Bulldogs get up to the line of scrimmage for the third and 1, and he's short. I got caught looking down at the roster to talk to you about that, and it was a 3rd and 1, and now it's a 4th and 2. Great job by the defense getting up and getting ready.
And great job by Antonis there to put a nice hit there. That running back was coming with a full head of steam and only had to get a yard, and Antonis put a nice hit there, made him lose a yard.
4th down and 2. Big play for the Eagles if they're able to get field position at the 42. Watch the football. Motion man is Davis. They're going to give the ball to him on the right side, and he's going to get stopped. No, he's going to keep enough, and he's going to get just enough with that 1 extra yard. Looked like Antonis had his hands on him in the backfield, just couldn't bring him down.
Man. We had him back there. I saw somebody grabbed his jersey. You saw his jersey. Antonis, you saw his jersey get untucked there, but just like we said all night, Evan Davis keeping his feet running and picking up first downs.
Going to be quads to the left side now. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Aiden Mora. He's going to run it to the left side, and it's just going to be a quarterback keeper, and it's going to be brought down. None other, number 12, Dominic Vegley. Good job by Week making his way back there, but it's just flow and follow the football there for Vegley, and that was an easy one to read.
And I mean, he's, almost 7 yards off the ball, standing almost at the first down mark, and made up about 10 yards of field there and got downfield and only maybe a yard gain. Great job by Vegley.
This time split out man's going to go to the far side of the field. He's basically been out of the play the whole time, as he's a good 30 yards away from the quarterback. Motion man Davis. It's going to be a run to the right side. He's going to have pressure in his face right away, and it's going to be
Wetzel.
Nearly picked off by Wetzel. Just gets up there and forces that incompletion, and right place, right time.
We're going to say that a lot, I have a feeling, this year about him.
We had him on in the Holton Meets Coach's Corner this week, and a good kid to talk to. He's always a quiet guy, and I was talking to Coach Stump a little earlier, and he goes, I don't know if I've ever sent Ted Werns to the guy. He just doesn't talk to you. So it was neat to have him on.
Does his job and keeps quiet.
They're going to flip the formation this time. It's going to be Osterhage and Davis will be your wing backs, we'll call them, for the 3rd and 9 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. They're just going to go with the reverse here, and it's going to be sniffed out. Great job, Brandon Jackson and Carter Hicks. Gain of nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell who had the ball there off the bat there, but at least they did.
That's a hard one. It goes to the right side, and then they hand it off in front of them, so it kind of comes underneath of you, and that could be lost in a hurry.
Because, you got the pitch man, then you got the running back coming right up the middle. You have quarterback that can keep it, or you can do that reverse that they just ran. So you got 4 or 5 different options out of that little motion play there.
So it's going to be a punt here for the Bulldogs. 5:30 remaining on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Vegley standing at the 10-yard line. It'll be a rugby-style kick, and it's going to bounce at the 15 and get out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness.
At the 3. So the Eagles are going to have all 3 timeouts. 97 yards and 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. to get into the end zone once again.
What a great punt there.
Fantastic punt right there.
That's also nice because, I mean, if you have, I didn't see, oh yeah, we have Don Bagley back there as our punt returner. So it's nice to get it away from him, and they got it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So two plus jobs there for the Waterloo Bulldogs.
Pretty neat view we can see here with the cameras. The Waterloo fan base stretches from about 20 yards behind the end zone all the way around to the scoreboard. So they've got the entire fence line wrapped up. And Bulldogs fans. Going to be an empty backfield here for Vagley. It's going to be a run to the left side. He's going to try to make one man miss. He does. He's going to juke out of the second man, and he's going to get a little bit of breathing room, and it's going to be a gain of 5. That's a huge play to give yourself that breathing room that you need.
Yeah, when you were quarterback back in your day, you hate being that close to, when you know you have the goal line literally right on your back, and one little mistake, one little bad snap, that's all it takes is for disaster to happen.
And I mean, it's more for the more than just the quarterback. Your lineman, a holding penalty in the end zone, that's a safety.
Yep.
Like you said, the bad snap, if you intentional grounding, there's a lot can happen when you're in that blue turf back there. Doubles to the right side, one tight end and a sniffer back. It's going to be a keep by Vagley. He's going to try to get back up the middle. He's going to get to the original line of scrimmage and maybe 2 more and bring up a 3rd and 3. I like that play there. It looks like it's an option for Vagley, kind of like that RPO.
Mm-hmm. Like he was going to throw out to his receiver over there to the right, and great job there by him to kind of read it. Sometimes it looks like he's going to lose 3 yards, but he ends up gaining 3 yards, and that's pretty special.
For as big as he is, he's able to move pretty well. I mean, coming in at 6'2", 180, that 6'2" frame kind of moves around like a little bit of a 6-foot guy, maybe even smaller.
He almost reminds you of Nick Corner a couple years ago.
Nick's down on the sideline. He was talking to Coach Horner during that last defensive stand as well. So pretty nice if you were able to have both those guys down there. And it's going to be a timeout on the field from the Eagles. Coach Horner going straight over to Wetzel and Vagley. And there's got to be a lot of stuff that's said. You got a minute right here, and there's a lot that has to go through your mind, and you need to be able to get something going here. In this 3rd and 3, this is a pretty big play. You get the ball coming out of the half. So 3:43, if you're able to get a first down here, chew up a little bit more clock, even if you don't get in, you're still able to eat up some clock.
And I remember last week we were kind of in this position, having the ball on a 3rd down, out of a timeout, and I think we had to delay a game call.
We did. Right
out of the timeout. So that's something Coach Horner is definitely emphasizing right now to his guys get up on the ball, and hopefully we'll run this clock down, and we'll still have the ball when it hits 0 and be up 2 scores.
Once again, if you're Waterloo, you're probably just down here saying number 12's not going to beat us. I would imagine they come up with a blitz right here. So, Coach Horner, you got to tell your offensive linemen, hey, keep your head up, keep your head on a swivel, and know your keys and know your assignments. That Manny McGuire Group scoreboard shows the Eagles up 6-0 with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left before that Century 21 halftime show. Make sure you stick with us. We'll be talking with founder of Songs for Soldiers, Dustin Rao. To come out, the Eagles have 2 tight ends with the linemen. Sniffer back to the right side. Waterloo's got 6 guys at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Vagley to the right side. He's going to get close to a first down. And we'll see where the spot is. It looks like a good spot for the Eagles.
Yep, first down Eagles.
First down for the Eagles. White hat says give it to him. Now the ball's set, so the clock's going to get rolling.
And great job by the O-line tonight, just giving Don Vagley some lanes to work. He doesn't need that much room. All you got to do is give him one little block, one little shove here, and he can make his magic work. So great job by the O-line so far tonight.
Hudson Bryant comes on. Nick Janet comes off, so there's your running back coming in for a wide receiver. So no longer with that double tight look. We're going to have 1 tight end, 2 sniffer backs. Running back behind Vagley, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. It's going to be good for a couple yards, but there's going to be a penalty flag thrown at the top of the screen there. And it looks like it's going to be on the Eagles. I don't know who the side judge is over on that other side, but looks like he's coming in at about 6'7". Ball start Probably a legal procedure by the Eagles there.
You know the chain gang over there tonight?
We do.
Usually give them a shout out.
Yeah, looks like all the same guys. Looks like Alfie Longroff there, the down and distance marker. Steffenauer and Steckmesser. Mr. Matthews over there as well, manning the chains. Those guys, year in and year out.
Big thanks to them. Big thanks to them.
So now with that play, the clock keeps running. Looks like Coach Horner's taking his time a little bit here now, and don't do anything stupid, but there's another timeout. I didn't see what the play clock was at, but it couldn't have been that much more time on it.
I was going to say, I bet that chain gang over there, I bet they hear some things from those coaches over there.
And they have a lot of fun with it. I've talked to them a couple times about it, and they're friends with the Waterloo staff, the Freeburg staff, so they're able, and when you're there year in and year out, you're able to
say, hey, what's up? How have you been?
One cool thing tonight, if you notice, whenever you're driving into the stadium now, the new signs, Summit Signs, printed out all new stuff. We looked at our stuff that we had that said, no fly zone and all of that, and Summit Signs came in and said, hey, we need some new stuff. We're going to give you some new decals, and great job on those. And one thing Coach Horner's really tried to do is put a little bit more branding out here, and he's done a great job with that in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a couple different decals of the past, probably since I've been playing. I know we had 3 different ones whenever I was in high school, so it's pretty nice to get new looks every year.
As a reminder, Saturday, November 5th,
Eagles out now for the 1st and 15, 2:28 on the Manny McGuire Group scoreboard. And 90 yards in front of them until that end zone. So we'll see if they're able to get in there and get a lot of momentum going into halftime. Doubles for the Eagles. Hicks the motion man in the up back. It's going to be a run by Vagley. He's going to put his foot in the ground, try to get upfield. Only gain 2 yards, and for Waterloo, I think about using a timeout here. Because you got a 2nd and 13, and I think they have all 3 of their timeouts.
And there you see you had Hicks kind of going in motion right in front of Vagley to give him that seal off that left tackle and then reaching over to the linebacker. But that linebacker made a good play before Carter Hicks could get to that block.
Bryant goes on, Hicks comes off. Trips left. Screen to the outside, it's going to be Wetzel. It's going to be caught, but it's going to be a loss on the play. Tough stalk block there for Nick Janik, and it's going to be a loss and bring up a 3rd and 16. And now a timeout by the Bulldogs.
I think, I don't know, that was just my head. Kind of gave it away that it was going to be to that side whenever that running back lined up about 2 or 3 yards over from Vagley. He's probably going to go run out that way. So maybe I heard the Waterloo coaches up here saying the screen left. So they're already looking into us and knowing what we're running. So see what we can do on this 3rd and long. Might just play conservative here.
I think I keep it on the ground, and you're going to have to force Waterloo to use another timeout. If you throw an incomplete pass, that just gives them a timeout. So, I love going for it. I love being aggressive, but at the same token, you got the ball at the 10-yard line, you're going to probably give them pretty good field position. So,
if you can just pick up, I'd say back to the line of scrimmage, get it to a 4th and 10 at least. You can give Vagley a chance to flip the field a little bit, maybe get the ball inside the 40 or the 30 on a good punt, and then they'll only have 1 timeout left if they choose to take one after this 3rd down play.
So we're going to make all these predictions, and then the Eagles are going to go 90 yards on this play, right? So now the ball is going to be on the left hash. 3rd and 15, 1:32 remaining in the first half. Trips into the boundary here for the Eagles. Vagley's going to be in the backfield with Hicks next to him. I'm going to say he's probably going to be your lead block.
To this side, I would think. Ball's definitely going to come this way.
Going to be a pass. Vagley's looking this way. Now he's going to go back to the other side of the field, and he's going to have number 11, on the open route there, Nick Janik, and there's a good play, but once again, that falls incomplete.
And now you have clock stopped. 4th down. Waterloo still got 2 timeouts in their pocket. So Waterloo's hoping for a really bad punt here, and they got pretty good field position with 1:27 still to go on this first half.
So now you switch gears. If you're Coach Jermaine, how are you going to defend this? Are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to be a little bit more defensive and not give up that big play?
I say on 1st down, you try to see what they're going to do, but I think you put number 12 in the middle of the field and have your best player kind of back there and see what. Oh, it almost got blocked.
It all starts with that punt, and it's going to get caught at the 47-yard line. Good job by the Eagles getting downfield. Now they got to make a tackle. Going to go to the right side of the field, and it's going to be brought down or out of bounds. I think that's vaguely. No, it's not. Can't see the last guy to run out of there. Might be number 13 there for the Eagles. Peyton Andrews running him out of bounds. So now only 33 yards for Coach Jermaine here. He's going to have his work cut out for him. Let's see what he has drawn up. It's going to be 35 yards with 1:15 remaining for the Bulldogs offense to try to get in the end zone and get something going for him.
2 timeouts as well, so if they don't, I have a feeling they're going to pass it here on 1st down, but if they get closer, they might run the ball a couple times and take a shot since they still got 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Be a motion, man. It is going to be a pass to the left side as they're rolling left. Jackson's going to force the quarterback to make the throw, and it's going to be intercepted by Dom Bailey at the 5. Dom's going to keep making one man miss, and he's going to get to the 16-yard line. Great job there, Dom Bagley.
Horrible play call, in my opinion. They just gave you the ball at the 35-yard line, and you're going to chuck one downfield. I don't get that play call at all, but we will take it.
Great job there by Brandon Jackson by forcing the quarterback to throw the football probably more quicker than he wanted to, and that's a hard throw for a quarterback going against
Cross your body, yeah. On the run, in a tight window there, and you have number 12 guarding. So
I didn't see who the other corner was on that play in the defense. There was 2 Eagles down there.
It looked like Wetzel because he was on the stronger side.
Doubles to the left side, tight end left, sniff back left, everyone left. We're running to the left. It's going to be a great run there by Vagley, keeping his feet moving. And I think that's just Coach Horner right there saying, let's get into halftime, and we'll be happy with the 6-0 lead. And you get the ball back after half.
Yeah, I'm still not getting that play call by Waterloo. I mean, they just gave you I think you go back to the stuff that got you, 50-so yards on the previous drive with the reverse and the counter and the toss sweep. But, I mean, we'll take that all day. Chucking it downfield on 1st and 10, we'll take it. Maybe one more snap here before we head to halftime. That's what it looks like.
Eagles with 6 seconds on the play clock. They're just wanting to run one more play here.
You
say have to hurry up, and they're going to get it off. Going to be a run to the right side.
You say here,
they got a whole line of guys blocking for him. Bagley's going to get the first down
too, I think.
with 11 seconds. Clock's going to stop to get it reset, and now it's starting again. So I think that's just going to take us into that Century 21 halftime show with that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Eagles leading the first half of this Route 3 rivalry, 6-0. We're going to head to a break, and when we come back with that Century 21 halftime show, we're going to have Dustin Rao. We're going to talk first half highlights. We're going to talk stats, and we're going to talk songs for soldiers. So we will be back right after this.
For your halftime entertainment, the Columbia Marching Eagle Band will perform their halftime show. That's No Moon, a Star Wars show. The band is under the direction of musical coach Christian Kinderslaus and color guard coach Jessica Janis.
How you doing, Brian? I don't know the Wi-Fi password. Oh, you're good. All right. I'm sorry, dude.
We'll come back and do.
Yeah, we're all good stuff. Everybody's excited.
One unit, Madison Gorman, what was going to get away?
What's she gonna do? Come on, Daryl. I'm sorry. I feel bad. But I'm having fun. Come on, guys.
here for the Columbia Marching Eagle Band.
You're so jacked. 5 seconds. Go, Eagles, go, ready?
Welcome into the Century 21 halftime show presented by Century 21 right here in Columbia, Illinois. And we're joined in the press box by founder of Songs for Soldier, Specialist Dustin Rao. Dustin, thanks for coming up and hanging out with us tonight. And let's talk a little Songs for Soldiers. How about that?
This is my favorite interview of the year.
It's the best
Hands down,
interview.
the best interview of the year, for sure.
Well, I appreciate it, sir. So, Dustin up here, he's a U.S. Army veteran. He was over in Iraq and pretty much the dog days of the battles and everything. And tell us a little bit about how you got started into Songs for Soldiers and what it means to you to be able to do this year in and year out.
Yeah, I mean, basically, just a stereotypical story of, coming from a great town. I was one of the first guys in town to have to go over to, Iraq or Afghanistan. And so when I came home, a pretty rough tour over there, but man, I had nothing but loads of support and people buy you rounds of golf and a beer, even though I was like 20. They just figured I was 20, whatever. And so I couldn't have asked for anything better. Great parents, great leadership. I got a great job right away. And, as I started reconnecting with a lot of friends on Facebook, that stuff all got invented very quickly after that. And I saw a lot of my buddies doing tours because there was no jobs at the time. And just kind of, to be honest, started feeling pretty guilty about having such a flawless, transition back to normal life, right? And then unfortunately, we lost another buddy from my unit to suicide. And I just had some growing up to do too. So that's just what led me into wanting to do something. So that's how we ended up getting here.
And this all started in the back of a parking lot up here in town. And I was talking to the owner of Tiny's the other day, and he said, we did it the first year. It was great. We did it the second year. It was even better. And finally that third year, he goes, Dustin came to me and said, hey, I want to keep doing it. And he goes, I don't have room.
Yeah.
If you want to keep growing, you're going to have to go somewhere else, man. And you were able to do that. You went down to
Snooks.
Snooks
Marketplace
Park.
at the time, yeah.
Back in the day. So you go down there. It grows up to where it is today. And you look at where you are today. You're not quite to that be 7-digit number, right?
7 digits.
7. You're not quite there, but is this show going to be the year you think puts you over? Or?
Oh, this year, in 2023 we'll hit that mark.
Nice.
You know
Good
what I'm
job.
saying?
Congratulations.
The original goal, the reason why you see the name Songs for Soldiers and there's a number in it, the whole point of there was more to that logo than you think. Like, my thing was me and my cover band friends, let's raise 10 grand or something. Oh, who knows at the time. Yeah, that would have been them.
Where's Charlie back then?
But, we were just going to help 4 veterans a year. I thought it all worked well together. And, here we are now, 9 years later, going on our 9th show next weekend. And we've spent almost, just shy of right under $900,000 on over 650 families. So
that's incredible. And that's going to be a huge reason is Songs for Soldiers event. September 9th is Everclear, Tonic, and Stir.
Yep.
And then you get into Saturday the 10th, and I believe that starts 3 p.m.?
2:30.
3:30.
Yeah. Yep. 2:30.
2:30. Dennis' favorite time. 2:30.
Yeah. Yes.
So you start then, and you've got 5 bands, 6 bands.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys all know. We all know. We love watching Blues playoff hockey, and Charles Glenn when he's coming. He's got a great band, so he's coming. Super Jam. They've been there a bunch. They're coming back. My band Days Confused is playing. The Mighty Pines is a really good bluegrass band, and then Local Girl, Alexandra Kay will be direct support for Locash. So. Looking forward to it.
So now where do people get their tickets for the events?
Pretty simple. 4STL.org. And it's pretty simple. So, it's $30 a night if you want to come in. If your kids are 12 and under, they get in free, and veterans get in free. There's a $50, I think, weekend pass if you want to come both nights. But as you know, the best thing about it is that you bring your lawn chair. I think drinks are $5. I don't know of any concerts left that you get a $5 beer at, right? I think it's like 15 at Riverport now. And
that's cool that you keep it affordable for everybody in a family event. There's stuff for kids to do. There's the adults. There's the music.
Yeah,
it's a great event from start to finish.
Yeah, it's a really good event. I think if you got younger kids, you want to bring them to a show for the first time. We always book clean artists. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's safe. It's friendly. I think in 9 years' time, we've still yet to have like a single. We get any wood in here? police issue. So
We'll knock on
it's
everything.
A super clean event. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more of what leads up to Songs for Soldiers. I'm sure these last, I'm going to say 2 weeks have been just absolute chaos for you, and I'm sure leading up to it as well. Whenever you look at it, we talk about your buddy Matt Maupin. The Maupin Wad, he's a POW. Let's talk a little bit about that battle and who he was and where he is now.
Yeah, and, my unit was unfortunately involved in one of the worst attacks on a supply convoy in the history of the Iraq War and Afghanistan War. And the end result, I made it through it okay. Obviously, I'm here, but we just got tore up, and unfortunately, one of our buddies, Matt Maupin, was taken POW, and he was the first POW and last of the Iraq War, and so a pretty big storyline came out of that. Pretty terrible storyline, but nonetheless, he's a big reason why we do it. We do a hero workout in his name. His mom and his family fly in every year, and he's definitely at the center of the event for sure.
So we're going to start this second half here. Eagles get the football. I'm not really sure what that formation is. I don't know if guys pass the line of scrimmage. How is that not offsides?
Nope, they called it.
I think they heard me talking about it.
Yeah. They have like an FBI earpiece that you guys got going on here.
We can't tell all of our secrets. I've never seen a kicker run up like that before. Stop and remeasure, and I've never seen officials. That's probably one of those plays like, I can't believe they just did that. That's a penalty. Oh, I have to throw the flag.
Was that the equivalent of a football balk? Did he just football balk?
That is a fantastic way of putting it.
Football balk. New term.
Well, whenever we ended the Aces Wild pregame show, I said we'll be back with the first kickoff of the night. I about said first pitch, so we got all sorts of stuff going on.
The first kickoff.
Yeah. So anyway, go back with Matt Maupin. You do the WAD.
That's
always a huge event and a big money maker for you as well.
It is. Do a fun golf tournament every year at Acorns down in Waterloo. That's always fun when it doesn't rain.
Eagles are going to catch the ball at the 20-yard line. They're going to try to get up to the middle of the field. Now try to put the brakes on, reverse, go back into where he was coming from. Eagles got the left sideline. They're going to try to get their head down there.
And we got a scruffle.
Down here at the end. Woo. But that's all right. We got a big play going to the 40-yard line. Brought down by the Bulldogs is Hudson Bryant. Great return. And that's going to put the Eagles in a good spot on this first drive. Great job putting your foot in the ground and reversing field.
Hey, out of all of your games you guys do, this has to be Waterloo Columbia is always, isn't it great?
It's always the most fun. I don't know, Waterloo is right up there now with Freeburg and Central. That's turned into a good little contest. But Waterloo, hands down, travels the most. I mean, you look over on the sideline there, they've got people from the concession stand to the wilderness down here.
All the way down to the woods.
So the Eagles are going to come out, trips right bunch. Sniffer back is Hicks to the right side. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the right side. It's great blocking downfield by Hicks. Going to be vaguely to the 45.
5-yard gain.
Gain of 5 there on the play. One other event that you have is the Walk to Remember. That happens Saturday morning, the 10th,
next weekend. Yeah, so Saturday morning, before we get going for the second night of the show, obviously I told you we lost a friend. I lost a friend to suicide. One of our committee members just lost a really super close person to suicide. We all know somebody, and so a bunch of local folks get together and do a quick, like a mile walk around the park and suicide awareness, you know what I'm saying, Walk to Remember. We really worked on that this year, so we're hoping to have a good crowd too.
Doubles tight, split out wide for the Eagles this time. It's going to be a fake pass. Hicks leading the way. Vagley's going to do the rest. He makes 2 men miss, and it's going to take 4 men to get him down.
I don't think he got the first, though.
Going to be just a yard short. These interviews probably get a little easy for you as the years have gone on. How many have you done so far?
For this year?
For this year alone.
Probably a dozen.
And you said this morning you were on the Riz show?
We did the Riz show at the Point. Obviously, the Point's presenting the show this year with it being Everclear and Tonic. And then, Remy and Casey do a really big job for us with WIL and our country show. Whatever the artist is, whatever that genre is, the Hubbard station picks to present it, right? So in years past, it's been Casey, but this is fun. I don't get to interview and do a football game.
Doubles to the right side, tight end right. Vaguely to the right, he's going to cut back upfield. He's got enough for the first down. He's into Bulldog territory, and he's got a first down to the 40-yard line. A good drive here for the Eagles coming out of the half and moving the football.
Alex, you've gotten good at this.
Thank you.
Like, you're flowing.
After 5 years, I
Is
think
it 5
me and
years?
Jared have said 4 or 5. We're not sure.
Whose microphone am I holding? Yours? Am I taking your spot right now? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Just give me like 1 more minute.
We'll get him into the end zone. How about that?
Okay.
I'll let you call the end zone and the touchdown play.
You keep talking about things like split outs and why. I'm like, yeah, well, they're at the line. They got the ball. Sorry, you go ahead.
Doubles to the left side. Split to the left is Hicks.
Fascinating.
Running back's going to be to the right side. It's going to be a fake. They're going to look down in the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted by number 41. He's going to have to make a couple guys make some moves, and it's not going to happen. And when you talk to Coach Horner, that's going to be a play that you look at and go, what in the world just happened there?
So I'm not a professional, but what I think happened there is somebody maybe missed a route, like because he looked like he knew where he was going to go with it.
So
I don't know.
In the world of a quarterback, you have your pre and your post-snap reads. Your pre-snap read, he was probably going to be open right there.
Right.
And then when you say go and you clap your hands, everything gets thrown out the window and you got to look again.
Okay.
So it looked like he was expecting them to flow with that play action to the right side.
Exactly.
And that slant was going to be open, but he just threw it right to number 41, and he put himself in a good spot.
Yeah.
So Waterloo takes the field now as you see the rain start to fall a little bit. Doubles to the left side. 2 wingbacks, and the motion man is Evan Davis. He's going to get the ball to the right side. He's got a couple guys blocking downfield, and he's going to get 6.
This is a pretty evenly matched game, though, man.
It was. We looked at last week. Columbia went to Mascota, got a big awakening there against Mascota, and Waterloo was able to get the victory.
They
with
picked
this
off
game.
Mater Dei?
They did, 13-2.
Okay.
You just never know what's going to happen here whenever you have these two teams face each other, and you're going to have a good game.
Yeah, rivalries help with that too, right? Even if one team's down for a year, this kind of stuff helps out.
Correct, yep. 2nd and 3 from the 46. Going to be a handoff jet motion to the left side. Good job forcing it in. Is number 13 for the Eagles, Peyton Andrews.
I seem to remember, I graduated from Columbia High School in 2002. Coming into the Friday night games, I played soccer, so I didn't play football, but I really just remember them only running the ball, and this game's completely blown open now on high school level.
You never know what to expect.
Right?
Last week, you have the spread offense where there's 200 yards rushing, 200 yards passing. And tonight, Waterloo's keeping the ball on the ground majority of the times.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
Okay, 12.
Davis, motion man again, going to go up the middle with the tight end. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by number 75 for the Eagles, Joe Kish, 6'2", 260, and he's helped out there by number 2, Carter Hicks. No gain.
I think I heard Scott's grandma or mom is watching from Florida.
She is. She does not miss a game. Mrs. Harris.
Mrs. Harris. So we got a play coming. I'll let you call it. I don't want to overstep the play-by-play here. But I got
Ball
a
at
good
the
story.
50-yard line. 7:55 on the clock. Split out to the right side, guarded by Wetzel. Send a motion man is Osterhage. They're going to hand it to him coming this way. He's going to get forced up the middle. Brought down. First one there is Cameron Janik, followed by Brandon Jackson, number 55, and it's a great job there. So go on with your story.
Yeah, my youngest brother was on that 2007 team that went to the state finals, and I remember that was when Horner really brought we had a quarterback. We were doing a lot of shotgun.
It was a spread start.
Yes, and it was really fun to watch. It was one of the most fun teams I've ever watched, just in general. I know I was a little bit biased with Sean playing, but it was a fun season. It was a lot of fun.
Anytime you get to play up in Champaign, it's always a good time. Split out to the left side this time. Wetzel's following him. Motion man Evan Davis gets the ball to the wide side of the field. Shows good patience there.
Ooh, we might have got the first.
And it looked like the ball bounced out, and the Eagles are acting like it did.
And
it is going to be recovered by the Eagles.
That's a huge break.
When you're up here, you think you see the ball rattling around,
Yeah.
but you're not sure. You don't want to call it a fumble, but that one, it looked like it fell out, and it did, and I don't know who came up with it. Joe Kish was showing a lot of excitement, though.
Yeah, you just got to basically watch for a kid to freak out, and then something big happened, right?
It's so easy. People think it's hard doing this. So the Eagles offense comes back out. We're going to have two tight ends, sniffer back to the right side. Going to be a run by the quarterback, Vaguely, who's going to go up the middle. He's going to make a couple guys miss once again.
Man.
I think he just ran through about 7 guys before they brought him down 9 yards downfield.
Yeah, I remember that season. Maybe the best event, maybe the best sporting game I've ever seen, other than the Cardinals, David Freese, was when they played Greenville to go to state. It was like back and forth overtime 4 times or something like that.
They blocked
a
field
kick.
goal.
Yeah,
So it's going to be a first down for the Eagles, just a simple run play to the right side. Good for 3 yards. But like you said, the amount of people that were here, it wasn't even a field goal. It was a blocked PAT.
I was like over here on the hill because this was just, I think Greenville scored, but they had to kick an extra point and they blocked that.
Yes.
To win it.
Yep.
Right. That was great. Man, that was fun.
Thank you to listening, Joe Ron from Lake Egypt. We got listeners everywhere. The goal is to get to all 50 states.
Worldwide.
Well, of course, that too. Going to be a handoff this time to number 21, Hudson Bryant. He doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss on the play. And now everyone's acting like it's Waterloo's football, but the officials aren't giving it to him. So we'll take it.
Man, hats off to KCHS. Look at this. You guys got several cameras now. Remember the old Sony cam? You could barely see.
The 40-pounder over your shoulder.
Yeah.
2nd and 12, 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. Going to be a fake handoff. Vaguely's going to have to just turn and throw it, and he does. He finds Brandon Week. He's going to get down to the 38-yard line and going to be a yard short. Great play by Vaguely, throwing his head around and finding that open man.
Something out of nothing right there.
Coach Jermaine talked in the Holton Meets Coaches Corner this week, and we mentioned it earlier tonight. Waterloo was going to blitz on just about every play, and I think that was the case right there for sure. I bet we're going to go quarterback run here. What do you think?
Yes. There's triples on the side, right? We lined up at triples right now?
We'll call that
doubles. We'll call that doubles. I'm sorry.
Doubles with 2 tight ends. Sniffer back to the right
Just
side.
Stepping on my tail.
3rd and 2. Going to be a run to the right side. It's going to be good for a first down.
Easy first and more.
Maybe 4 more yards after that. First down, Eagles onto the Bulldogs' 34-yard line.
I feel like I'm intruding at this point, man. This guy's probably way better than me.
You're doing great.
I'm saying dumb things like, I guess every good announcer has that sidekick that really doesn't know what they're saying to add a little, you know what I mean?
You're the Troy Aikman to the Joe Buck.
Okay. I like that.
Who do you want to be, Buck or Aikman?
I feel like I would be really good at being like the Cleveland Indians announcer that cusses a lot, but I'm really holding it together tonight. What was his name? Remember that guy?
Double's going to be another run play to the right side. And maybe a gain of 2. And you look at Coach Horner there talking with Nick Janik. Nick's had a couple plays tonight that we've looked, and stalk blocks haven't been there. So that's something going to need to have in the future. It's going to be gain of 1.
I wasn't paid or anything to say this, but, man, I tell you what, Coach Horner is ageless.
Really?
I think he looks just like he looked when I was in high school. Coach Horner became a teacher when I was like a 7th grader.
He's in year 22. Him and Coach Jermaine, year 22.
That's crazy.
Varsity level.
I think he took over coaching when I was a senior from
Coach
Iorio. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Those 2 guys have done a heck of a job at the varsity level. Going to be a run up the middle and sniffed out and stopped right away. And not good whenever you can see your lead backs or your lead blocks. They're back not blocking anyone. What kind of play are you calling here on 3rd and 12 from the 35-yard line?
Well, if I got to go back to my Tecmo Bowl days, I used to like running a sweep to the outside.
Okay.
Because Emmitt Smith got it done. I always won like 94-7. Hail Mary, sweep.
It's a simple game.
Yeah. Just go do the sweep.
So the Eagles are going to go trips to the left to the wide side of the field. Play clock under 10 seconds now.
I'm not feeling a sweep
here. It is
here.
going to be a pass play. Vaguely's going to have to run. He's trying to look downfield. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get to the 30, and he's going to be 6 yards short, and I think you're going to be in 4-down territory, which means you don't know if you're going to go for it or not. So I would imagine that we're going to go for it here. Too far for a field goal, too close to punt.
What's our kicker capable of? What are we at now? This is at least a
This
40-yard kick
This
from
is
here?
going to be a 47-yard.
Ooh, that's tough, man.
Oh, they're throwing the tee out there. So they might go for it. We're going to have to make a decision here, though, as the play clock is going.
Yep.
And Vagley is going to put the block down. It's going to be held by Wetzel. It all starts with the snap.
Get this off.
3 seconds on
it
the
gonna be
play
a fake?
clock. They get it off.
Oh, wow, what a
kick.
boot.
He's got the distance, and he's got himself a
Wow.
field goal. Dominic Vagley, 46 yards.
Great kick.
And gives the Eagles a 9-0 lead. Great kick, Dom Vagley. And I said I was going to let you make that call.
I thought they were going to fake it. But he had at least another 5 yards past the pole.
Wow, that
was a boot.
That was a boot. Coach Kendall's got to love that out of his kicker there. So now 9-0 on that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in this third quarter. We're going to keep it here. We'd like to thank everybody for listening to KCHS tonight or any night whenever you want to listen to the replay. Always up on YouTube, so make sure you go watch the replay. And it's so far been a good game here for the Eagles, and we're on the right side of the scoreboard.
I would like to apologize for the plummeting ratings as we're talking. What's that?
We got all the sponsors. We'd like to thank them.
Okay, all right. Three Tails Parlor and
bottom.
Pantry. The Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard.
You're a natural.
I got to do this sometimes. I always got to tag those sponsors, you know what I mean? Speaking of sponsors, Aces Wild came on as a Songs for Soldiers meet and greet sponsor. So if you were lucky enough to get your tickets ahead of time for a meet and greet, you're going to get yourself a complimentary beverage before you meet Low Cash or Everclear.
After
and another
the 46-yard field goal, it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. You think he's fired up right now?
Man, jeez. Was that Dom?
That is Dom.
Okay, yeah.
I think
he was trying to do another field goal.
We thought he came off for punt return, but that was a lie because he's the punt returner too.
Did I just see a cannon or a fog machine? I mean, this thing's getting crazy.
So they throw baby powder in their hands, and on the touchdown on these whiteout games, they
like
throw
LeBron.
It up, yep, they throw it up in the air, yeah.
That's baby powder, huh?
With baby powder, they do stuff with blue. They got it out there sometimes. When you get your bright colored nights, they do it with all the bright colors as well. So,
jeez,
Mr. Sandstrom, he does a great job with the Blue Crew tailgates before the game tonight. That's where we did the Aces Wild pregame show.
Oh, I see Sandstrom down there. Okay.
They had bags going. They were barbecuing. It was a great job.
That's awesome.
They're sticking around for this good game in the Route 3 rivalry.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pass this time. Play action. Morrow's going to run to his right side. He's going to have a man, but it's going to fall incomplete. Vaguely on the defense. Intended for number 44, Jason Hooser.
A fun little correlation that, we have with Songs for Soldiers in the high school is obviously we just got done building the stage and everything out there for the show next weekend, but huge shout out to the shop classes. They come up there for their hours at a time and help us carry steel and set decks, and so they have a good time doing that. Gets them something, a little bit of experience doing something totally different.
So talk about a community event. I mean, you got everyone coming in to help you out here. Doubles to the left side this time. Motion man is Davis. It's going to be a bad snap. And the quarterback just does the right thing and falls on it. And you almost have to do that at the 15-yard line. Columbia pick it up, touchdown. It could be a bad deal for you if you're Waterloo.
Looks like the rain's coming down a little bit more, Alex.
Think that's going to affect the centers out there?
I think so. Bet the ball will be wet.
Probably a good assumption.
I'm sorry.
Eagles are keeping that three-man front. They'll step up a linebacker here and there to put a four-man front, but we're going to go with three this time. 5 linebackers going to send a man in motion, and it's going to be sniffed out, but going to get out of the grasp and going to get a good 7 yards, maybe 8. Could have had him in the backfield, but it was an 8-yard gain there by Mitchell, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 7, maybe 6, from the 24-yard line. Eagles lead this one, currently 9-0. Coach Tremaine doing a great job keeping that goose egg on the board there. Under 1 minute remaining on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. That rugby-style kick's going to go out of bounds about 10 yards. It's not going to be a very good net of a kick as it goes out of bounds. I don't have any idea how they could spot that right there. Okay, he's still.
Where are they spotting it? 48?
I believe that official just walked up and was like, this is the good spot for it. Right
This
here.
looked about right.
Yeah.
It looked to me like the kicker was open for a flag.
Did he get knocked down at the end?
Maybe. I didn't, could have gone either way.
All right, as we come to an end of this third quarter here with only 45 seconds, just another quick reminder, this is Dustin Rao, the founder of Songs for Soldiers, and he's got the big Songs for Soldiers event coming up on the 9th and 10th, so make sure you go to s4sstl.org for those tickets. Going to be a run play up the middle. The Eagles are just going to try to eat the clock now with this 9-0 lead on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard.
Would also like to thank, too, the local folks, the Blue Jay Pee Wee Club. They're super cool to work with, and, we obviously take over their practice fields. And then furthermore, even Scott and the high school team, they kind of stage all their stuff up at the middle school as opposed to the high school because we use their parking. So could not ask for a better place to host such a concert and to expect such great, cohesiveness across, all the camps involved with taking over a park that size. So huge thanks to the high school for doing that.
Well, that's going to do it. Dustin, thank you for coming
Thank you.
up. We appreciate it.
I'm sorry. You get your job back. I'm done.
So after 3 quarters, the Eagles lead at 9-0. We're going to head to a break, and we will be back with the 4th quarter of the Route 3 rivalry after this. We knew you'd be in for a good one here as we got the 4th quarter just about to get underway. Eagles lead this one 9-0. Jared, we talk a little bit about that first half as you get back in here. First half was a good half by the Eagles, and so far in the 3rd quarter, they've carried it over.
Yeah, and I think defense is still playing like they did in the first half, stopping the run and picking off that quarterback there. So I think this 4th quarter, we just got to kind of run this clock down a little bit. We're up 2 scores, so run that clock down to about, I'd say, get it under 6 minutes and punch one in the end zone, and we can then probably get out of here with a dub.
Well, I thought the Eagles were going to get a touchdown the one time, and I called it that they were going to get it, and we ended up throwing that pick, so I'm not going to make any more predictions tonight. Going to be trips to the left side, caught by Week. He's got himself a first down and another good, hard run by Brendan Week, and another quick route by Coach Horner.
Is it Week or White? Because I think we were saying White last week.
I think I said Wyke earlier. I said Week now.
I think they've been saying Week over the intercom too, but I think it's White.
Wyke. 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they are now in Bulldog territory. Ball on the Bulldogs' 42-yard line. Like you said, Jared, they're going to try to run the clock a little bit more, run it down, try to get in the end zone one more time. Going to be the same formation into the boundary. Hey, it's just on the same play. They're going to get up the field. Wyke once again moving the feet, and everyone loves that on the sideline, and it's going to be good for 8 yards and bring up a 2nd and 2.
Looks like he is slow to get up on that play. Still laying kind of out of bounds.
That's good for another for the Eagles. First down.
Looks like he's
slow
to get up over there.
Looks like they're rubbing down the calves. And one thing that we didn't mention last week, like we did a year ago in that Week 1 game, I don't know if anybody remembers that Week 1 game against Mascota.
Was that
was
the cramp game?
the longest game.
Yeah, I think that was the cramp game. I think the game got over, I think, at like 10:15.
In that game, every play somebody was down with cramps, and the way you look at trainer James Sepich over there on the sideline,
Stretching
looks
them
like
out.
he's just rubbing out the calves there. So on a night like tonight, it might as well have been raining the whole game. It's been hot and humid all night. Doubles this time now to the right side. Going to be a handoff to Bryant. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to get 4 yards. As the sophomore gets a good 3. And that's going to keep the ball moving.
And I think Coach Horner is going to let Vaguely know to keep an eye on that play clock every single play and try to get it down to at least, I'd say, 5-6 seconds every single play. And just have your defense waiting for you to snap that ball and chew that clock out.
We talked earlier, you got to get the fans into the game, and you got to get the fans out of the game as well for Waterloo. It's going to be a quick, now out to Wetzel. He's got himself a first down, and just a quick route, and he's slow to get up now, and it looks like he's grabbing onto his calves.
I mean, that's a simple play call right there for Coach Horner. And when you have Don Bagley throwing to Zach Wetzel, you have the corner sitting about 8 yards, 9 yards off of him, and he's backing up on the snap. So on that play, Zach Wetzel, all he has to do is run 2-3 yards downfield, just turn around, Bagley gets it to him, and picks up a first down.
What I was saying is you got to get the fans out of it. Waterloo's sideline is very quiet right now. The Eagles still having a little fun over here, so definitely got that home field advantage going here as the Eagles lead this one 9-0. 10:45 remaining in this ball game in the Route 3 rivalry. Coach Horner 10-9 in his career against Waterloo. Columbia 18-16.
So you have two receivers go down, and Wetzel and Wyke. It looks like the Eagles now bring in,
It's like number 30.
looks like 33, Landon Brucker. Who we got on that top side now? I think that's Maddox Steffen over there in for Brennan Wyke.
Bad thing is once those cramps start, you're not getting them to stop.
Get the pickle juice out.
Oh, nope, I'd rather take a cramp.
I don't know why they haven't carried him kind of off the field. Well, now they're doing it now. They had him just laying on the sideline there.
So we'll get back to action here. 10:45 remaining. Clock will start on the whistle. So the clock is the Eagles' friend now. No questions asked as you look at Coach Germain right there telling Dom Vagley, hey, slow down. This is where you want to be, the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
And the hat's backwards.
Hats backwards. You look at Coach Germain, Coach Amsden, and Coach Horner all down there together doing some talking, and they all know what's going to happen. So we're going to hand the ball off. Nope, it's going to be a fake with Vagley. He's going to get to the 20, gain of 2 or 3. And that's what you're needing to do. And you look at Coach Horner, Coach Germain, they always have that headset on. They can talk whenever they want, but they're always on top of each other, and they're talking just like you and I are right now.
And I think they have 2 different channels that they do on there. They have an offensive channel and defensive channel. So you have Coach Germain talking to Coach Stumpf, and you got Coach Horner and Coach Baker up there talking back and forth to each other. So, and I hear that sometimes whenever they'll click over to the other side just to hear what the other side's saying. So, but they're always communicating down there and letting each other know what's best for the team.
Brennan White comes back out onto the field. Brennan White came back onto the field. Coach Horner called the timeout, and he doesn't understand. I think they had an extra guy come off the field, and Maddox Steffen, and he's still trying to figure out who's going to be on and who's going to be off. So
I'm glad Vagley got that ball off there because those linemen were kind of coming in hot, and they probably would have hit him a little bit. So great awareness by
so this
Vagley
is
to get that ball away.
This is big right here. You got yourself a 2-possession game right now, but if you can get in, force a 3-possession game, that's what you're really wanting here if you're the Eagles here. So going to be a big drive. 2nd and 8 from the 21 when we come out of the timeout. So want to thank the wonderful camera work we've had here tonight. The high school now has a club with all of this production and everything going on, so these kids are just coming out volunteering their time. We've got 2 volunteers with us tonight, the 2 camera angles, so a lot of fun, and it's something cool that the program and the school are getting ready to do now.
Big thanks to Mr. Nickerson that puts on the show for us and kind of sets everything up for us, so it makes our job a whole lot easier.
It's a lot of fun. Next week we will not be broadcasting. We will have Marquette is going to be streaming everything for us. So we will be posting those links for everyone to follow next week with the Explorers, and we face them up in Marquette next week. Going to be a run to the left side. Good job blocking by the defense.
That was Wyke. Good to see Wyke and Wetzel back in the game now. And Wyke made that hole for Vagley there, and Vagley probably got about 3 or 4 yards, bring up third down and about 4.5.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Let that clock keep on ticking. Who was it, Boomer? Tick, 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 tick. Wasn't that one of his things?
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Back, 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 back. He did that one too.
Oh, that was horrible.
They had him doing the home run derby.
You'd watch the home run derby on mute.
You'd hear back about 350 times in one night.
Eagles are going to go trips to the right side. They're going to send motion man. Is going to be the running back. It's going to be a quick route. Going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. Luckily, it fell incomplete. Now you're going to have to bring your field goal team out again. That was an odd play there. By the time that the Eagles got it in there, it was pretty quick and just a quick hitch route all the way across the board, though.
Yeah, I guess Coach Horner thought that, or the Waterloo Bulldogs probably thought that they were going to run the ball with Vagley. I thought they were going to run with Vagley as well, but Coach Horner wanted to take a little shot maybe to the end zone and pick up the first down in the air, but as you see Coach Kendall down here all the way on the opposite 40 for this kickoff by Vagley.
For 34 yards, it's going to go off to the right, and I think it was pushed to the right, and it was. Had plenty of distance, but just pushed it to the right, so that's going to keep the score 9-0 with 8:43 remaining on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. And now the defense is going to have to come out, and they're going to have to keep it to a 9-0 game, and if you give up a touchdown here and it's a 2-point game, the game kind of changes in a way.
Yeah, I'd say we keep that goose egg up there, though. Looks pretty good on that guess side.
This fourth quarter's kind of slowed down a quick third quarter.
Looking down at the sideline, you see starting corner, Biltman on crutches now. So backup corner now in the game, I believe it was. They brought the other Vagley in to play safety.
Hicks chasing the quarterback down, and it's going to be a great defensive play. Zach Wetzel throwing that inside hand and breaking up the ball. Good defense there by Wetzel.
And it looks like 13 Peyton Andrews is now playing this side corner in for Mr. Biltman.
And 2 Vagley boys are your defensive backs. You're going to have Andrews and Wetzel. Looks like they're just following the same receivers around.
They just ran all the way across the field, all the way back across the field.
Same formation here for the Bulldogs. Going to send motion man. They're going to hand the ball off to him. He's going to put his foot in the ground, go up the field, and gain 4, and it's going to be a 3rd and 6. And Waterloo's not going to throw anything special out. I mean, they haven't since the first play of the game, and you just hope that you don't fall asleep at this point.
Yeah, and that first play was right over number 12's head, and he doesn't do that very often, let somebody get behind him. So I'm sure number 12 will be ready to make a play here on 3rd down and bring up a crucial 4th down if they can't pick this one up.
Just over 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in the ball game. Doing the shift here once again. Tight end to the right side. Now they're going to go trips to the left, to the wide side of the field. Going to be a straight pass play to the left. It's going to be thrown, and it's going to throw over the top of the head, intended for number 1. And it's just going to be a little bit too tall for Ian Leifer. And that's going to be that 4th and 6, and now you're forced to punt if you're Waterloo.
Yeah, you almost have to now. I mean, if you don't get that first down when you go for it, you're basically giving Columbia another chance at 3 points or wasting more of the clock and putting 6 on the board. So But they are known for that rugby punt, so they might tell him if you see an opening.
Go for it.
It's only 6 yards, six and a half, 7 yards maybe. So if he sees an opening, he might put his head down and run. So I'd definitely watch out for that on the defense.
Rugby style to the right side, and it's a good punt this time by the Waterloo kicker. It's going to bounce at the 31, and it's going to be downed at the 33. Not sure what I wasn't watching. What happened there, Jared?
Don Vaguely let the ball go over his head, and he absolutely just lit somebody up. I don't think that kid was ready because I think he was just going to go down the ball, and Vaguely said, "No, you ain't getting past me, bro."
So the Eagles offense now comes out with the ball on their own 32-yard line, 7:39 remaining. The Eagles trying to get to 1-1 on the season after the loss last week to Mascot. Waterloo started their season with a 13-2 victory over Mater Dei. Eagles have doubles. Hicks is your sniffer back. He's going to lead block for Vaguely. He's got himself a first down, and he's going to get out of bounds after 12 yards. And it's going to be good. Eagles first down at the 44-yard line. Bryce Reese, a name that we've heard multiple times here tonight for the Bulldogs defense.
We're at the 7:30 mark now. It looks like Vaguely's going to take his time getting everybody back up to the line of scrimmage and get ready for another first down play.
Waterloo with everybody at the line of scrimmage, and they bring everybody. And you know what? It doesn't matter. We're still going to run the football, and we're still going to gain 7 yards there with Vaguely just going right up the middle. That was just an ISO, it looked like there. How many rushes does he have tonight?
I'd say
Last week I think he had 21.
21 rushes for 145. I bet he's about at that mark. I'd say he might have 25, but another great night of rushing for Don Vaguely, and offensive line was really showing up tonight and gave him some. You don't even have to make a big hole for him. You just got to get him a split second, and he's going to make something work.
That time he did a little bit of a stutter step. He's not going to gain anything, but at least that time he looked like he had the option of throwing the ball once again. So you look at Coach Amsden down there now. He's talking to a lineman. Somebody missed an assignment right there because as soon as that play was over, Coach Amsden was letting him hear it. 3rd and 3. Clock keeps ticking under 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Ball now in Bulldog territory.
Don't make him mad. Biceps alone. Oh, my goodness.
Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to KCHS. Get all the notifications when we go live for any event. Hit that thumbs up button. It's going to be another fake pass blitz picked up by everybody. Vaguely goes underneath of it. Jukes out of 2 guys. He gains 10 yards and another first down.
It's like when they bring that blitz, Vaguely's already running directly like right past them. But for those like right tackle and left tackle, if they're bringing a blitz on the outside and you're running right up the middle, okay, I'm just going to ride with you the whole way and let my quarterback get right behind me and pick up some yards. Another great first down there for Columbia offense.
Just got a text listening from Texas. I think that might be the first time we've made our way down to Texas. So thank you for listening down there. Trips to the left side, to the wide side of the field as the ball is on the right hash. Under 10 seconds. Now under 5 seconds on the play clock. Going to be another quick out route. Going to be caught by Wyke. He's going to get a couple yards. However, handkerchief on the ground. Going to be a flag on the play and the way that Wetzel's reacting right now.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Kind of threw his arms up in the air and see what they'll get him on here. Maybe a holding call, or that's all I could think of, holding or blocking the back.
Holding on the play, replay, first down. So that is a spot foul, unless Waterloo decides to decline it. I can't imagine they would, but they are going to decline it. So they do decline it, which means the Eagles are going to gain those 2 yards, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. clock stops because Wyke went out of bounds.
Would that be replay the down as well? First down again?
Since they declined it, no, it goes to second down.
But if they accepted it,
It would be replay first down with 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
you think they're just trying to save a little bit more time? Get
Yeah.
the ball back?
Motion man there is Wyke. He goes to the wide side of the field. We're going to hand the ball off, go to the wide side of the field, and going to be a
Hold on to that
stalemate.
football. Hold on to that football.
Going to be a stalemate there. Eagles are going to gain 2-3 yards on it. And Jared, you make a good point there. If you're Waterloo, you're going for the football now. I would
Especially
imagine.
in a big huddle like that. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. I mean, you got guys punching, trying to get the football out, and you got safeties and corners coming in, trying to put their helmet on the football and make a big game-changing play with only 4:40 left here in this whole game. And Waterloo's going to need a big play here on 3rd and 4th down if they want to get back in this game. Columbia doing a good job of just wasting clock and trying to get out of here with a W.
Trips left bunch. It's going to be a run by Vagley. He's going to try to get to the outside. Stiff arms one man, jukes out of another man. It's all for about 2 yards, though. He ran about 30 to go 1. Big thing, though, clock keeps ticking.
Now that brings up a 4th down here, and now that makes you wonder.
I think I punt.
Punt him, just pin him as deep as you can.
Yep.
Looks like Vagley is going to walk back a little bit. He might be a little wore out, Alex. What do you think?
I would imagine he's got to be close to being worn out. And you might even have the coaches here. I might even take a 5-yard delay of game penalty.
Just let him catch his breath before he kicks this off.
Yeah.
And give him a little more space to pin it inside at least the 10.
I would just take the penalty. Don't waste a timeout. You never know if you're going to need it or not later in the game. But he is going to take it with 1 second on the play clock. 3:37 on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard, where the Eagles lead at 9-0. I think I'm going to still punt it, though. And you might, if it goes into the end zone, you're going to net 13 yards. But that could be a big 13 yards with a run-heavy offense.
Yeah, with only 3:37 left, I mean, they got to get down the field quick, get an onside kick,
Recover, and do it again.
And do it again, basically. But, I mean, they could kick a field goal for the win if they wanted to. Say they score a touchdown somehow and then go for 2. Even kicking the field goal, it's 9-7. Field goal wins it for them. So, this is a very big play right here. We'll see what Coach Hunter decides to do, but I think I'm with you. I think you just punt it away and make them beat you 99 yards down the field or 90 yards down the field with only 3:37.
Thanks again to all of our sponsors. Without you, none of this is possible. Thank you to the listeners as well. At least we had somebody enjoying what we're doing. We enjoy it up here, and glad that we can bring it to you year in and year out. After 4 years of doing this, it's starting to come together now, Jared.
Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job. Last year, I think I remember texting you after, I don't know which game it was, but it was almost every game. We'd be like, that might be our best one yet. And I think it's only going up from there. So I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Vagley standing at the 43-yard line, the returner at the 5. It's going to be a fake. It's going to be
Yes,
caught by
sir!
Hicks. He's got himself a first down before he falls over, but nobody was ready for the fake, and it's going to be good for about 15 yards and a first down, Eagles.
I think I could have noticed that a little bit because Vagley was up about 5 or 6 more yards than he's usually at when he punts it away. So, great play call there. That could seal it, that play right there. I mean, you got now that clock is still ticking. I'm not sure how many timeouts Waterloo has left. They have 2 or 3 left.
I think they have 2.
They're going to burn one now.
And they're burning one now. I was looking at him to punt the ball. I was looking down at the return man to see where he was going to catch it. So, fooled me. Once again, you can listen to the Holton Meets Coach's Corner every Thursday night on Spotify. Listen to the podcast Inside the Nest, where we talk to all 6 of the coaches for the Eagles. We'll talk a little JV. We'll talk recap of the week before. We'll talk the next week. So we get everybody involved. And then every Friday night, 6:30, we have the Aces Wild pregame show. Head up to Aces Wild, where they have the Queen of Hearts benefiting the Columbia Quarterback Club. Jackpot currently sits at over $1,800, so that's Thursdays at 7:30. So if you're needing something to get the football weekend kicked off, you're able to come up to Aces and enjoy that. Jared, you look at that final 3:08 remaining on that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. What's going to be? Are you going to the end zone at any time, or are you just going to run that clock out?
I'm running the clock out. You still have 2 scores. I mean, if you can get in the end zone, yeah, do that. But I'd take some more time off the clock, get it under 2 minutes now. 'Cause then that really makes it hard for Waterloo to kind of do anything on those 3 scores. So take your time here and get in the end zone. And hold on to the football.
That is the biggest thing right now, is hold on to the ball. Vaguely, if you have to throw it away, you can, but don't make any bad judgments. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, running back right. We're going up the middle. Ooh. And a big tackle there, maybe to the line of scrimmage. If that. Brought down on the play, Curtis Crossan.
He did a whole flip.
He did a whole flip there. The Eagles running back was Hudson Bryant. That 155-pound frame was just picked up and tossed around on that play.
And yeah, looks like they're going to try to snap it under 10 seconds now each play.
Going to be a keep by Vaguely that time. Sniffed out right away, number 67.
Looks like Waterloo called another timeout on that other side. Stop the clock at 2:19 for this 3rd down play.
Nathan Chitty on the tackle, 6'2", 250. Once he got in Vaguely's grasp, he wasn't going anywhere. And you look at Coach Horner, he's not too thrilled with that offensive line right now. He comes out in a very animated conversation. Looks like he's talking. Looks like he's talking to the entire offensive line. Congratulations to the volleyball team today, going 2-0 at the Edwardsville tournament, beating Bloomington and Mater Dei. So big wins for the Eagles volleyball team.
How was that Mizzou game? You go up there last night?
The Tigers took care of business there. It was a little shaky in the first quarter. I was a little nervous, but they were able to come back, and good teams win, great teams cover. They got the big win. He's from Eastside, correct? Freshman, and he dominated. Number 3 for the Tigers.
He'll be fun to watch all year. So anytime the Tigers are on, I definitely recommend watching the Mizzou Tigers and keep an eye on number 3.
Doubles for the Eagles offense. Nobody in the backfield with Vaguely. He's going to make a move to the outside of the field, get to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 1, maybe, if we're lucky. And as soon as he goes down, the Waterloo coaching staff calls a timeout, and I believe that is going to be their last timeout of the game.
That was their last one.
2:15 remaining. They've got a lot of work to do as the Eagles now have the ball at the 25-yard line. U of I playing tonight against Indiana, currently losing 10-6 in the first half.
Cards Cubs tonight.
You have a score on that?
I think it was 0-0. Oh, 2-0 Cardinals, top of the 5th. So I guess we scored in those 2 innings.
Once again, the Eagles travel to Alton Marquette next week, where there will be no broadcast. Listen to Inside the Nest in the Holton Meets Coach's Corner on Thursday night, though.
So now on this 4th and 15 here, what are you doing here?
I almost said something crazy and say just go for it in the end zone, see what happens. If they throw a pick, you can use it as a punt, yeah. Because this is going to be, if they would try to punt or try to field goal here, that would be a 43-yard field goal. It was good from 47 earlier, but I'm throwing it into the end zone, throwing it that way. Like I said, if it gets picked off, hopefully you can tackle them right away. Going to be an empty backfield, wide side of the field over here. is Wyke and Janik. It's going to be a run, though, and it's going to be vaguely trying to run it. He's going to get himself to the 20. And, you know, earlier when we said we were going to punt, who cares if it gets downed at the 20-yard or we get it at the 20? We just took off another minute and a half, and they still got the ball at the 20. Yeah, so
It all worked out. Coach Warner's done this a couple times.
So final 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Waterloo offense about to take the field once again. Columbia trying to keep that goose egg on the board.
Try to tackle them inbounds here. Keep that clock moving if you can. But I would, good call here on the defense. Have your corners and safeties play a little deeper than they were earlier, and that's what it looks like they're doing. A little 3 yards deeper, I would assume.
Players getting the fans into the game finally here at the end of the game. It's going to be a pass play. It's going to be caught by the Waterloo receiver.
23, looks like.
23, Evan Davis, good for 30 yards. And that's not what you wanted, and that's why as a fan you need to be into this game and making things tough. And that was just a throw down there that they were hoping for the best.
Yeah, Wetzel was there. He was in the right spot. Davis just went up and made a great catch there.
Going to be a round out to the right side. It's going to be another deep ball, and it's going to be overthrown and bring up a 2nd and 10. Minute 35 here, 2nd and 10, and that was just vaguely one-on-one coverage with Mitchell, I believe, is number 11. Nope, that's Osterhage, the running back who goes down for a 30-yard route. 2nd and 10, ball at the Eagles' 47-yard line, 1:35 remaining in the Route 3 rivalry.
It's never over, Alex. It's never over.
Trips to the right side now. Tight end to the right. They're going to look to the left side. Now they're going to try to come back across. The Eagles are going to force them to roll out and throw, and it will be caught. Good for 11 yards. Number 11 with the catch, Kobe Osterhage.
Good little drive here by Waterloo to put up a little fight. Try to get some points on the board here. And they'll definitely have to go for an onside kick if they score, since they are out of timeouts, and there's only, by the time they score, it'll probably be almost about a minute left on the clock. So 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs.
Going to be another rollout to the right side this time. Morrow's really trying to stretch the field. He goes across the field. It's vaguely on the defense.
Great job,
and
Mason.
It falls incomplete. Good job, Mason, getting himself in good position.
He put himself in a spot there where the wide receiver had to go through him to get that ball. Great job just to be in the right spot, as we've said almost all night with all these guys on defense. Still with 0 points for Waterloo Bulldogs. So Columbia defense came ready to play tonight, unlike last week where Mascot kind of got to do anything they wanted.
2nd and 10 now from the 36-yard line. 3 down linemen for the Eagles.
Man-to-man coverage
send
on
a
the
blitz
side.
man.
43.
They rolled everybody out, and they threw underneath to Davis. It's going to be one missed tackle, and finally brought down by number 33, Landon Brucker. Vaguely had a chance of making the tackle and whiffed, and Brucker was able to come up and make the tackle. And it's going to be a spike now, but a flag on the play. Illegal procedure. They must not have had everybody set when they got up to the line of scrimmage.
And the quarterback tried to spike it there as quick as he could, get everybody up on the line of scrimmage, but everybody was not set yet, so that's a loss on the play.
So a loss of 5 now with that illegal procedure. Eagles still going with 3 down linemen now. A little bit more movement going on as the Eagles defense is having to shift around with the Bulldog offense.
Let's get a pick here. Big play pick.
Rolling out to the left side is Morrow. He's
there.
going to get grabbed in the
Carter.
backfield by
Atta
Carter
boy.
Hicks. Great play, number 2, Carter Hicks.
That's huge there. Clock's going to tick.
That's one thing as Waterloo you can't do is take a sack.
Yeah, that could,
Big
could
Carter
do it.
Hicks got you in the grips and you weren't getting out. 40 seconds now on the Manny McGuire group scoreboard.
Should it be third down? Or no,
they replayed it down. Second down in about 25. Going to be another pass down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted by the Eagles. Number 12, Dominic Bailey, comes up with the big INT, and that's going to do it.
Yep, I knew that was coming. Bagley got that interception and threw the ball straight up in the air. I mean, it'll be half the distance to the goal, I believe. But you can still take a knee, and that should do it. He had to do that, I feel like. He's been grinding all night, both sides of the ball. He's got 2 picks, ran for probably 150 yards with, I'd say, 25 touches, and I think he's going to be my player of the game now.
He's going to have to
He's
be
gotta
my
be my
player.
player of the game.
I'll agree with you there, too. Offensive line, though, they got to get a shout-out, too.
Yeah, for real. They played really well tonight, giving him a lot of holes to work with, and just finding him openings that Don Bagley can pretty much bounce out at any time. So great job by Don Bagley and the whole offense tonight. And we say Carter Hicks' name a lot on the lead blocking tonight. Zach Wetzel, as always, on the outside, stalk blocking. So offense and defense, great overall win tonight. And that goose egg looks pretty good instead of that 6 points that got put on us last week. So 49 points. So great job by both sides of the ball tonight.
So that's going to do it with that knee. The final 20 seconds are going to roll off. And a great game by the Eagles in this Route 3 rivalry as the Eagles are going to leave victorious 9-0. And a great game all around. And what we expected out of this game in the Route 3 rivalry.
Yeah, that was definitely a grinder there. And props to Waterloo for giving us a little push there at the end. Making a couple, I'd say 4 or 5 passes there, completions to get down the field and kind of get us on our heels a little bit. But number 12, like we said a lot tonight, came up with a big play there.
So we're going to head to a break as we watch the final handshakes taking place right now. We're going to head to a break, and we will be back to break down the game in the post-game show after this. At midfield right now, the Route 3 rivalry trophy is going to stay in Columbia as the Eagles leave it victorious. And Jared, what a game we had here tonight, what we expected, and just a great game by the Eagles offensively and defensively.
Yeah, starting off, whenever they started off with the ball in Waterloo, that first play kind of threw us off guard because, maybe they're going to come out slinging around a little bit. And first play, they gained about 20 yards, and 23 was really, really impressive tonight on the offensive side of the ball. Really good rusher, and I think we shut him down pretty nice if that still says 0 up on the scoreboard. So I'll take that any day.
Great job on Military Appreciation Night by the Eagles. Like we said, they got the trophy from a first class from the Army who was presenting the trophy, and they got everyone going out, joining around right now. So you get that military appreciation feel from start to finish, and it was a great job all the way around and a great game. So whenever you come out, we talk players of the game all the time. When we talked vaguely tonight, I'm going to go offensive line. I'm just going to give it to all of them. Last week was Zach Wetzel, and this week I'm going to go offensive line. You're saying you're going Dom Vagley, and I think anybody on that front and in the backfield could have it tonight.
Yeah, offensive line, like I said earlier, they just gave him room to work, and having a quarterback that's as versatile as he is, and he can do anything with his legs, and he can throw it as well. So it's nice to have O-line tonight to see them give him some options and give him a lot of space to work, and that's really all you can ask for as a quarterback. Just keep me safe and give me some room to run, and I'm going to make some yardage out of it.
Somebody we didn't say a lot of last week, number 2, Carter Hicks, the senior. We talked after the game last week when we were on the ride home, and we said, it's kind of disappointing we didn't get to say his name. He didn't get too much done this week. And then this week, lead back Carter Hicks catches a great fake punt, and
gets
then
that sack at the
gets
end
a
of the
sack
game.
at the end. So great job by Carter Hicks. He could even go up there as my surprising and my player that I liked watching the most tonight.
Yeah, overall, I mean, we only had 2 cramps tonight, so that's a good thing. But no, overall, it was a great game to watch and pretty fun game to watch. I mean, it kept you on your toes the whole game. You didn't know what was gonna happen in the end, but great job by Columbia and Waterloo tonight, and Columbia is victorious.
Columbia improves to 1-1. We have one more non-conference game. That will be against the Explorers of Alton Marquette next week. That'll be at Alton Marquette. We will not have a broadcast, just with never knowing what to expect when we go from place to place. That is why on road games it will be audio only. You will still be listening on KCHS, but some of these press boxes and some of these towns we go to, you never know if you're going to have enough internet for a video broadcast. We go back, heck, Prairie Central back in the day. We were there and we got to the last drive of the game, and all of a sudden we lost internet. And
that's when we were outside too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it replayed from the start, and Jared was typing play-by-play what was going on. So that is why we're not doing video on the road games. We will bring you video from all home games, though. So once again, thank you to all of our great sponsors. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you tonight, especially Sons of the Legion here in town, donating dinner for the team. They had pulled chicken, and they were selling brats and everything down there as well. So
and Dusty Rao for that great halftime and third quarter announcing he was doing for us.
And he did a great job. The rally towels coming from Freshly Print Creations. Good job by getting all those sales, getting them all distributed. Make sure you bring those out week in and week out and keep them waving. Once again, come back on the Coach's Corner presented by Holton Meats Thursday nights on Spotify. And finally, we'll see you in 2 weeks now for the Aces Wild pregame show at 6:30 p.m. We will have it. So that is it for this week 2 rivalry week, Route 3 rivalry, whatever you want to call it. Columbia leaves victorious. For Mr. Nickerson, for our high school students that helped video tonight, Jared Germain and Alex Schlemmer signing off. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Go Eagles, baby.